Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Welcome to the Saturday Night Vape-Away. There you go, bud. It's all yours. Have it.
Beautiful.
Get in the van. I've got a gun.
Great job. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Saturday Night Vape-Away. As you can see, we are joined by three guys who also have a show at this time, and they've given up their show this week to join us. So, Vaping Misfits, thanks so much for joining us. It's much appreciated. It's great to see. Hashtag Unity.
We've officially hijacked them.
We've hijacked. Well, they've hijacked us.
I
They've
can smell
hijacked
your
us.
tits.
Hashtag Vape-Away.
Guys, you didn't tell us that we had a hand symbol to do, for fuck's sake.
You don't have to do it.
Hashtag
Did you not get the memo?
Hashtag Unity.
Did you not get that memo?
You check your emails, Pud.
The carrier pigeon didn't get up that far up in Scotland. I think it ran out because it was too cold.
They're probably eating them, mate.
That's it, coming over the border. Let's just have it.
Seeing as there's so many of us tonight, I think we should do a very short, quick buffet and introduce ourselves. What do you reckon? Start with Pud.
Cheers.
Love you.
So I am Pud and I'm an alcoholic.
Wrong meeting. Wrong meeting.
So tonight I am on the Aegis Boost. Absolutely cracking little pod. I'm still just using the mouth to lung coil that came with that. I have had it for a week, 2 weeks, and still haven't moved on to sub-ohm coil.
How many are you on? How many puffs?
2,000 puffs and that, and it's still fucking.
You got another 3,500 to go, mate, till that's dead. Yeah.
Till the pod explodes.
I've also got the topside duo and the recurve duo on top of that as well. Very fucking matchy still from me. That's not like me. And
You must be sober.
Yeah, I'm being sober. What have I got in that now? This here, I found below the car. Made by Caledonian Vapes. It's a raspberry crumble. It's sat below the car for 2 weeks. Been run over a couple of times, and it tastes fucking amazing. I don't know if it's a
So
secret.
the secret is leave it in the car and get it run over.
And then I've got the Gopher Vape Eternal and the Swell, and in that I've got some Lord Coggins donut. Lovely just that one. And that is me. I will pass it on to Grizzly.
Hello. I'm Grizzly, one of the trio of misfits from the Vaping Misfits. I am on the Voop.
Biscuits! He's on biscuits and shit. He's not.
Don't eat
sorry.
me biscuits.
Yeah, leave him alone.
I'm on the Voop
Shit
Index.
biscuits.
In there I have where the dregs, what's left of my nasty salt hippie trail, which is lemon and lime, I think, which is lovely. Once I've finished that, I'm going on to Dinner Lady Pink Wave. I am also on my green stacked Dreamer.
Oh,
In there I have what's left of lemon chip baked lemon tart, which is awesome. I am also on my unicorn vert with the unicorn RDA on top. Banging bit of kit that.
It's not the corn idea. Or is it?
The odium.
The odium.
I'm not used to calling it the unicorn RDA. It's the unicorn RDA V2 though, innit?
No, it's the odium.
V2.
The Odium V2.
Yeah.
All right. I thought. Oh well. Shows what I.
Sorry, don't worry about Grizzly. We just don't take him out very often.
No!
He doesn't get. We don't let him out the cage quite often.
I'm also on my red splatter keen with the Asgard on top.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I haven't seen the key
that,
like that.
yeah. That's nice.
I got it in May at Expo. It was a prototype.
Can you
And
get the stack
the way
chips?
Remember they sold them.
Yes, you can get the stacked for them.
Are they out
just,
now?
Just
Are they
came
out
out, haven't
They
they?
are out. Stan has said they are released.
They're on Evolution Vaping, aren't they?
I know the like gold ones in that are, but can you get the splatter ones as well? Oh, nice. That'd be a fucking awesome stack.
And on there, I have the Charlie Chocolate Dust, Pachamama Strawberry Grava, and Jackfruit.
Pat your mama.
Woo! Pat your twat. Woo! And that is me. I shall pass it off to Gaz.
Hello, everyone. I've gone a bit oddly old school.
High five, fuckers.
Yeah. Woohoo! I'm on the Vaptio Super Cape with a blotter on top. I've just
Looks
got
like
some.
an Iron Man.
Huh?
Looks like Iron Man.
Yeah, mate. It's
Iron
nuts,
Man.
that. And it's got all flashy lights on it, and yeah,
Battlefield and Marvel collaboration in it.
it would make a good hammer, Pud. You'd like it for your soundproofing. It'd make a good. It would definitely make a good hammer. I've just got some of my code red in that, as always. Org Vape Druga Narada, and I've just got some of this Just Juice. Just Juice.
How'd you find the Narada?
I really like it. Like, really like it.
I've been raving about it for months. Everyone's like, "Nah, I'm not going on his word." And then a few people have got it, and they're like, "Oh, I should have took your word on that."
Yeah. It's one of them things though. I would never have picked up. I wouldn't have bought. Although you go, oh, it looks right, but it's another AIO pod kit. But actually, to use and live with, and the charge time, and it's well made. It's lovely bit of kit.
I was just waiting until the new one comes out.
I've seen. Is it like the Pro or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that. Yeah, really nice little. The RBA, the little deck's a bit small for it. Really small. But yeah, that's all I'm vaping on tonight. Simple as peas. I'll pass it over to Matt.
Me? Or Gruff?
Both at the same time.
Same time? Nice.
Yeah, tag team style.
You'll be there for ages. Gruff or
Gruff
Gruff below.
Gruff.
Gruff below, me on the left. Evening all. I'm Gruff. I'm another one of the gruesome twosome, part of the hideous threesome. We're Vaping Misfits. These guys stole our show, so we decided that we had to do something about it and come on next. We're talking about that.
Hacked our computers, took our password.
We've came to ransack the joint.
We'll kill you, put everything in, loot you, and then just go on home, man, because that's what we do. So tonight, I'm actually sort of, because my chest is back on track, I'm back on lots and lots of mechs. So my day-to-day, never leaves my hand, is my green spatters. Plastically, that one.
What she said.
What? Put his teeth back in when you finish. Bury the corpse in the patio. I didn't do it to Santa. I did it to the bunny. Sorry. I'm on the green splatter king with Nana's tits caramel sauce. I'm on some Gruff Stuff's custard. So that's my own homemade custard. So
just to let you know, sorry, Matt. If you want to laugh, you can laugh.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
Don't just sit there going.
Yeah,
Don't look mortified, not knowing what to do. Please, just help yourself.
I've deliberately.
I've got a hairy helmet.
I've gone out of my way to watch you guys the last few weeks, actually. And to be fair to you, you've got really broad shoulders considering everything you guys, deal with day to day. So yeah, everyone in chat.
The one thing we always say is, if you want to laugh, laugh, because these two laugh at themselves.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
So that was the one of them. Then I've got my Nightstick of Doom, which is my MX Bastard 2 single double piece stack.
That's fucking big, isn't it?
It's big. It's
dirty.
Hey, well,
it's like a 12-inch slung.
Well, basically, I've got penis envy, so I had penis envy, so I bought a big fucking stack. On that,
Chris has never seen a 12-inch slung, by the way.
I've had it in my hands, so.
Well, to do that, I'd have to double it up.
Like that.
Whee! Get in the van. Giraffes make shitheads. On that, I'm using some Smoggy Vapes Black Stare. I'm using my Innokin Regulated Atlas. And that's the
That's old school.
That is old school, yeah.
Tell you what, still one of my favourite regulated boxes, though. Does everything you want to do, and it takes a beating off me. It's Tourette's proof. So, that's a good thing because poor mods and
you said that about loads of mods that you've gone through.
Well, this is true, and then 3 of them have ended up going towards the south coast on a train somewhere and stuff.
Yeah,
like
nothing's
that. So,
Tourette's proof.
Well, true, nothing's Gruff proof if it's not.
Smash it in the face.
And then last but not least, you guys are all talking about it. It never ever leaves my neck. My Druga Narada gunmetal and wood with the RBA in it.
You know when I said this, when people don't take your word for it, that was the person.
I took the piss out of him for months. Nah, AIOs. Nah, don't know what you're talking about. Nah, and it was like a running fucking argument with us. He kept going, "This is awesome." I'm like, "Nah, you don't know. You're talking shit." And then it turned out to be my best AIO of 2019. So I lied. Get in the van. Right, so I'm going to hand it off to Matt.
So, welcome everybody. Hello, chat. There's quite a few faces in here tonight. Right, buffet. What am I on? I've got an Artery Pal.
Crack. You want to have some crack?
I've got an Artery Pal stick. Which
Put it away, man. That's awful.
Yeah. got a little stick.
He just masturbated the stick.
Yeah, we've just
That's
seen
like a
Gruff.
before and after shot of steroids, isn't it? That's
We've
a
just
before
seen
shot,
Gruff
and that's
stacked.
an after shot. Before steroids,
Yeah.
after steroids.
Matt,
I was waiting for juice to start spurting out the top.
you can't come
Let's
out
do
with
a
that
bit.
pod kit, Matt. Like, oh, this is my pod kit. I've just had a stacked mod on the show.
Yeah, I've
is
got.
made-
I was gonna get a few more out, but I haven't got a lot. In that, I've got some animated apple blow. I think that is in there. I've got this little weasel, which is my double barrel with a little Horizon plastic.
I
tank.
want the
Love this.
copper version.
That
A
plastic
lush.
tank is fucking horrendous.
I want the copper version.
Like
Yeah,
that.
I'm after the brass.
I think I'm gonna stick it on my dual
Dick. Stick it on your
2650
dick.
dirtier and blow it up.
Put it in your shoes. Make a bomb. Don't do that.
It looks
In that, I've got some of that Horizon juice we were all sent. I can't remember which one. And then I've just got my little Thor 2 with is it the Glas Mini on top? And this little fucker, which it's got me good. I haven't
Is that the geek vote?
That's the
a little boost.
boost.
Yeah, I haven't put it down for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Right. I can't tell you, but certain reviewers have leaked Geek Vape's new project.
The Lamborghini,
But
The keys.
I'm not obliged to say it.
the Lamborghini key.
But you said it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to tell you, but guess what?
I don't know why they
Don't know
bothered.
what you're talking about. I really don't.
Hang on, we've got one more. We've got Chris, True Vapor. We're gonna get your buffet out of you as well, mate. Pass it on
I'm
to
a
you.
fucking shark. Woo!
No, you're not. You're a bear.
Yeah, I'm a fucking bear. I'm stuck in the shed helpers. Woo!
Oh, I'll start off with
With a dirty shit on his shoe.
No, I did that earlier. A unicorn vert with the layer cake.
Oh, I gotta
That
get
is the
that.
best buy I ever did. The Christmas January sales. Grey Haze was selling this for £10.
Whoa.
What?
50 quid RDA, selling it for a tenner.
There's only one word for that. Wow.
Wow.
In that, I did my review yesterday on the Illusions OG, Taste of God's range. That is a blackcurrant pineapple coconut.
See, I'm right with you till you said fucking coconut. Excuse
You
me.
You get the
sorry.
coconut. On the,
I don't know if we're allowed to swear.
you get the coconut in the exhale.
Crack on,
It's a
mate.
bit late for that,
mate.
Don't mock me, but this is good. The Smock RPM.
I still carry one of those.
nothing wrong with that.
There did I beat. I tell you what, the mouth to lung coil and that's beautiful.
In that, I've got Patchy Mama Fuji Apple. I'm on bottle. I think I'm on bottle 63, 64.
I blitzed them 2 bottles I got. Like, I just blitzed them. Yeah,
Gorgeous.
it is an
If you ever get the chance to try it,
Oh,
try
man.
it.
I really like the Pachamama Starfruit grape. Just their own
Yes,
own
that is
Starfruit grape.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That.
the Fuji one is absolutely amazing.
Gosh, what?
Also, I am rocking the Notion by Times Vape and Stanton TX Vapes.
But I've got a purple dick.
And I've also
I've got 3 and anus beads. Oh, really?
Brunhilde.
Is that the 18350?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Brunhilde's about the same fucking length, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
This is the mouth to long RTA.
Oh, right, because they had that's not long out, is it? They had the original. It's
Yeah, it's still
The bigger
tall.
one, yeah.
It's still quite tall.
Did you ever have the original?
Oh.
Oh, it's gone.
It was tall.
He's dropped it.
But in that, I've got Fuji Apple as well. And
More bros.
I'm going to get called
RPM.
an elitist right now.
Here we go. Elitist bastard.
Do you have Village in here? Because he wants it.
Village buys everything.
Elitist. Too much money. Elitist.
Vicious and Omega Club.
That's a clone. Is that in that Vicious Pants?
Vicious pants. Them expensive vicious pants,
I've
man.
seen them on Alibaba.com.
And in that, I have Transistor from America. It's called Tango Melon. That is really, really nice. If you like a really, really sweet juice and don't mind getting it shipped from the States,
That's the thing is on that though, it is sweet, but it's got a nice throat hit to it too.
Yeah, and that's my buffer. I could pull out more, but no.
Sweet. Well, thanks everyone in chat for joining us.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, we really excited to say. What I'd really like to do, if I don't know, whoever, I'm not bothered who it is, Chris, whether you want to say, just tell us a bit about the show you do, you three guys.
Don't listen to me lies all the time.
All lies. I want to hear more lies than truth.
Fuck off, you nosy cunt. Fuck off.
Why it's called the True Vapers? Because he lies. Sorry, Chris.
Good to be checking in it.
May I just put a disclaimer here? A lot of things I say are not true. It's just ticks.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Yes, we are the Vaping Misfits.
No, we're not. Liar.
I think you fit in quite nicely with us three.
That's normal.
Unity.
That's normal.
Unity.
Yeah.
Hashtag unity.
Yeah.
Pud Puffs has got the memo.
It's finally.
Yeah, he's on to that one. He's in his
No
Guinness,
one-
he's with it now.
If no one watches this, if there's no one who ever's watched the show, obviously we're all vapers. Matt, known as Gruff, Sean is Grizzly. We are best friends.
That's also a rumour.
We are just best friends.
That's also just a vicious rumour. I still haven't seen the paperwork for that one.
Or the payments.
Yeah.
We talk vaping, but we mainly talk mental health. Like, we get guests on with stories. Like, the first ever show was these two with their stories, with Tourette's and stuff. And what we're trying to do is just make awareness of it all.
I think Michelle Lynn was on there as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, she came on with us. And we all have a common interest, and that's vaping.
I'm an angry police guy. Rah, rah, rah. Bill, you
Turn
bastard.
left on the right road.
Bill.
Right road. Whoop.
I'm going to have to stop looking at chat.
I purposely left chat off tonight because I know what's going to happen.
Just don't forget Alan, guys.
Alan.
Steve, fat gave me a cat.
Steve. Kevin's home alone, the silly little cunt.
Kick him in his cock.
See, this is what I noticed at Expo. Even if you guys were pretty chilled out, and that Chris would just come out with something to start you
Deliberately.
I'm the pot stirrer of the three.
The thing is, we've got to like the people that come on and watch us as well know our triggers as well now. So they go in the chat, and it's the first thing they do. Like Bill Richards has just done that one there.
So yeah, I mean, so with the Vaping Misfits, what we're also encouraging people to do is just encouraging people to not be alone.
And don't judge anyone.
You know, it's about being kind to generally. It's about trying to change your attitude towards people too. Everybody out there has got an issue, and everybody out there is going through some form of struggle at some point in their life.
No.
And, you know, behind all it takes is a beautiful smile to hide a broken soul. You know, you never know what's going on in someone's life. So what it is with the Vaping Misfits is we're also about people coming and sharing their stories, looking at ways that, you know, how we've overcome it, how they've overcome it. And we're looking about best practices for people too. You know, what works.
Disclaimer, we are not medically trained.
We'll have a look.
Do you want me to put that on the stream? Just put it scrolling on
Drop
the
your
screen.
pants and give us a look.
Take your pants down, we'll still look. No, that's a lie.
That would be a great.
We're also trying to build a bit of a community up.
That's exactly what it is we're
Like,
building a community of warriors.
We've got quite a group now of people that, you know, watch us religiously. We've had a few of them on the show. Obviously, anyone's always welcome to come on the show. Just drop us a message, and you know we'll sort something out.
No assholes.
But we're getting to the point now where we're starting to see the difference it's making, if you know what I mean, which is really, really nice. People coming on and saying, "Oh, I watched your show. You know, it helped me out a lot," and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's going well as well.
What is
Prime example, Gaz. We had one of our viewers. She tried to commit suicide, and the first thing she done was reach out to us.
Wow, so yeah, it's
That was on the first show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
so that was almost like a bit of luck, really, that you were there at that time. But yeah. Well, that just goes to show the work you guys are doing. There's two big things I want to touch on. First of all, we said about being lonely, and poor Matt's lonely there. because Marcus isn't with us. So I want to send him some love to Marcus, and that it'd be nice to hear from him. Hope he's doing okay. We're all thinking of him. Whatever's going on, we just want to know you're okay, buddy. So
I bite. Sorry.
yeah, I'm not sure if he's watching, but if he is, hopefully he'll get in touch.
I can imagine he's watching.
I hope so.
I don't reckon he'll be able to help himself.
The second thing I was going to touch on was obviously saying about mental health. It seems to have been a really big thing, especially in the last week or two with everything that goes on in this community and things with Mark TVP last week.
I'm a shark.
So I think it's a really good week for you to come on with us as well and talk about it and kind of open our eyes and everyone in chat kind of to have a good think about it and talk about these things. It's just perfect timing that you guys have come on, to be honest. I think you're doing something amazing, really.
Thank you.
Thank you. The stats, you don't realise the stats. It's 1 in 4 people have depression, and you don't know it.
1 in 3 people have a suicidal thought every day, and 1 in 4 people act on that suicidal thought.
Quite a male-dominated community as well, and that's something that men are pretty bad at, is fucking reaching
Well,
out.
come on, what do we do? We stand around and we go, hey, fuck you, let's talk about the football. Oh, you see the size of her tits? And, that's the worst thing that we can actually do. And inside, we're breaking. Inside, we're just absolutely melting. And the worst thing is we can't talk about it because it's, well, shut up, yeah, you woof.
It all started, really, from Expo. May Expo.
Wow, I'm gonna fly.
Because what I do every year, because we go for the full weekend. We didn't in October. We only went for the Sunday. But
I can't see my house when I get there.
What I do is I hire a room.
He's telling the truth. Fucking hell, he's not lying for once.
Fact, can't.
I hire a room at Chinese in Birmingham City Centre. It's an all-you-can-eat Chinese, and anyone is welcome.
I've heard the karaoke there is awesome as well, actually.
I actually hire out the karaoke.
No, you need to come. It's
I booked the karaoke room.
Pud can sing as well.
Then you can sing.
Yeah.
Especially when he's at the bar.
If you ever speak to Nick Bissett, he has a video. I'm waiting for him to send me. He's saying he's sending it for months, and he actually has a video of all of us singing Oasis Wonderwall.
Amazing.
Everyone in that room is singing.
The standard song, innit? It's the standard song. Everyone. If you go to a karaoke, you can guarantee someone's going to sing that, can't you?
Mm. Yeah, we would.
And we do this every year, so we do it on the Saturday because I know what it's like for coming after Expo and you're proper starving. And when you got the premiere in, you're like, right, where do you want to go to eat?
I want to be saved.
So
Jesus, shit
we
in my
arrange
shoes.
lifts and stuff, and we take people all to the Chinese.
Death metal.
We don't pay for you. Don't worry, you pay for yourself.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I was up for it. To that point.
Everyone's like, yeah. Oh.
Like in
I'm
May,
out.
we had Stan Tenacious TX Vapes. We had.
I thought you paid for me last time. Who the fuck paid for me?
Me. You bastard, you still owe me that.
Jay Live Vape and Chill was there.
Yeah.
There was loads. Shane Wiseman, Big Boy Coils.
Because I think, and maybe we need to stay away from the whole Premier Inn thing. I think it's just fucking.
It's getting expensive.
Yeah, it's getting more expensive. But you come back from the expo, you can't get booked in until like 8 or 9 o'clock to get some.
Just because I'm staying there.
It's getting admission at Premier. I must, and like you said, prices have really gone up, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm staying there this year.
They don't like people
want
with
to bugger
Tourette's
off.
either. They don't like people with Tourette's either.
It was hilarious though, wasn't it, Sean? Because the woman came out and said, there's been 43 complaints.
Yeah. I said, why the fuck didn't you come out on the first?
Yeah, why not come up?
Do you know what I mean? Why let it get 43 before you come out and say, excuse me, can you keep it down?
Up until the first 20, they weren't too fussy, but after that...
I'm sorry, it's complaint 43 that pushed me over the edge, you know.
Probably more like going on about the rooms rather than people outside.
Well, mate, I ripped the shower curtain off twice and had to phone them downstairs.
Oh, I have a prank. I buy bags of mini cheddars and I flick them under people's doors.
Yeah, it's not fucking funny when you walk around going for a piss and
It's like a Lego minefield, isn't it?
Oh, you fucker!
Sorry. now everyone
Yeah.
knows you go to Expo and you've got mini cheddars under your fucking through your door. It's probably me.
Bloody hell.
Oh, man.
It was a
It's the Misfits calling cat.
it was a definite something that was born out of a suggestion, you know.
What, putting mini cheddars under people's doors?
Well,
Yeah.
that too, yeah, absolutely, mate. We won't talk about big black butt plugs, Christopher.
Well, they wouldn't fit on the doors, will they?
BBC.
No, mate, they go wonderful on the back of someone's toe fucking bar. They don't.
Oh, right, no, don't bring that stuff.
Yeah,
Don't.
we're going to have to know now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right. We were going to prank one of our admins because she hates dildos, and we bought her a butt plug, and we were going to drop it in at breakfast right next to her and go, make her sing and embarrass her. We didn't do it. So what we end up doing is we give it to Stan. Right, there you go, Stan. Take that for you, Mrs. The little gift. But obviously, I had a car full and everyone's luggage, so I couldn't see out the back. And what he did is he put the fucking the butt plug on my windscreen wiper at the back, and I drove all the way home. And people were going beep beep beep,
Beep beep, waving at him as I drive past. He's like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck the beeping at? And then I get home and that butt
Stuck it
plug-
up his ass.
So basically, you go to Expo and you're a bunch of pranksters.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Sleep with
I mean,
one eye open and your butt plug in, mate, because it could get fucking dangerous. You know what I mean?
What we're trying to do though,
Yeah, you're probably better off putting one in before you meet us.
Yes, it's a safer option.
we're not that bad.
Usually there's not room for two.
I would suggest though, with my Tourette's, I've got a couple of motor tics, and one of them is I shout egg tap, and then I start punching people in the nuts, either myself or anybody who happens to be next to me.
Yeah.
So if you hear the words egg tap anywhere around Expo, cover your balls, mate, because there's probably going to be a fucking
Did you not notice
Drop and fucking roll.
the
Aiden and
media
drop
lounge?
and roll? That's probably easier. Yeah.
Did you not notice when we were at the media lounge that Jay from Live Vape and Chill, he was like hiding himself all the time,
And he's only little too.
covering his balls when we were around.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the first bits of advice Chris gave me when I met you guys. Was like, if you hear egg tap, cover your balls.
yeah.
Like, what?
You didn't send me that memo, Pud.
No, that was
My reputation recedes. That's why people keep buying boxes when I go out with them now. I
He was
couldn't figure out.
Gruff was going around Expo going shouting H's attract helicopters.
H's call helicopters, and you cannot fucking argue that they don't.
Oh, fucking hell.
And what we're trying to do basically is make obviously beat the stigma, but we're looking to speak to the owners of Expo, and we're going to try and see if we can get a seating area, where people can go chill if they want to talk or give them some information.
You know, the worst thing is I think with mental health, is people with cancer, people talk about it in their families and they talk about it with their friends. When you have bone problems, when you have any form of other illness, you're quite open about it and you're quite willing to talk to your family and everybody will go, oh my God, well, we've had this happen and this has gone on in our life. But when it comes to mental illness, we still, as Dave actually rightly pointed out last week, we live in a very Victorian era when it comes to mental health. Whereas if someone's got sickness like that in their family and they call it a sickness still, which it shouldn't be, it should be an affliction, because you don't suffer with the mental health, you live with mental health, because suffering makes it sound like it's
Shit.
nothing
Well,
that you can never deal
It
with.
is shit, but wow.
So we need to start being more open about it, and we need to start talking about it more, basically. I mean, even among families with young kids and stuff, I mean, it's still very closed. When family have mental health issues, you don't really talk to your kids about it. And I think it should be more in a more open discussion with everybody. We should be out there thriving and not just surviving,
I would like to think that with the amount of empty stalls that you see at Expo, how there's always the end of stalls and that, then surely they would donate a stall to you, even if it was just just for the couple of days. You maybe don't need to.
And that's why we want to speak to them and do that, because you'd be amazed on how many people and you don't realise they're suffering with mental health. living with mental health. Sorry, Matt.
Well, you would have
Living.
thought for an event that size as well, like the Vape Expos, they would have like, I don't know if they do, I don't know if they have like an actual registered charity that they support anyway. So if you went down that line with them, then that
Well,
might
look
be
what happened in October. There was a paintball stand there.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that people can come and sit there. It's like, I suffer with anxiety. Matt himself suffers with anxiety.
Really, really badly, yeah.
Now, you go to somewhere like Expo and it's full of people. There's people everywhere.
You
You're
get that
rubbing
overwhelmed.
shoulder to shoulder to people with everywhere you go. It'd be nice for somewhere to go and sit and, you know, have a chat and just calm yourself.
Because, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has anxiety. The worst thing with anxiety is you get overstimulated. So there's too much going on. There's too many noises, too many lights, too much whizzing, banging, popping, whatever going on. And all you need to do is just take yourself away from it.
Yeah, just
You know,
somewhere far away from like the fucking.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
So
tend to find a lot of people will go outside where they get fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have something inside, then
Yeah. Well, CJ just said they just like to give panels an update. He's feeling a lot better, so that's really good to hear, CJ. We're
Gosh.
Good to hear, mate.
TJ, just forget what Pud Puff said because last week it was more slurry than anything else.
yeah. That
oh
was
dear.
buck
Yeah,
fast
it's no
puffs.
problem, CJ, anytime.
TJ, like you say, if you ever want to message any of us, just message us.
Love it. Bud.
He's out.
He's gone. He's just
What have you done? You've upset him. He's
He's
left.
embarrassed. Anyone in chat? Hello, everyone in chat, by the way. If we haven't said hello already, but if anyone has any questions for these guys or anything they want to bring up, then just pop it out there. It doesn't have to be. Say what you want.
If you want to make these two tick, feel free.
We do charge for that, though.
Yeah, just don't mention breaking eggs.
Anything, how you doing? It should be more spoken about. My family are stupidly open with everything. Me, my mum, and my brother all have mental health problems. Thankfully, we know we can walk in and talk to each other. I think that's a good thing. If you know you can walk in the house at the end of the day and there's someone there that you can just vent to or whatever as well.
You know, you'd be surprised, yeah. 3 words, are you
I
okay?
like-
And to genuinely just sit back and listen to when that person talks. There's a world of good for a lot of mental people, a lot of mental health issues, you know. Because we just don't like to be devalued. And sometimes when people are saying things like, oh, you need to calm down. You know, that's just like never in the history of calming down has anybody ever calmed down being told to calm down. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't work. All we do want sometimes is just a bit of validation. We don't know why we're like this. We just get like this. Though.
Gruff, I have a little message from Lynn. She says, best one is ducks and...
No, my puddle! You fuckers! Ow!
He's a puddle.
That's just mean. Can I really, really, really stir the pot though? Because from yeah, I'm really gonna stir the pot.
You're intrigued with trigger words.
Yeah. No,
That's really...
we'll get to at least 10 before I start on that. No, I'm going to really stir the pot because I find the big thing with mental health issues, obviously, like you say about you can't see it a lot of the time, so
Yes.
it gets forgotten about, people hide it, that kind of thing. But this is harsh, but I've got to say it, I want to talk about it. Is, like, I'll give you an example. Someone's got a sore knee, right? And they can play on that sore knee and act like they've got a major problem and they can't do this, they can't do that. And the hard thing for people is with the mental health issues is saying, well, have they got a legitimate mental health issue or are they just playing on it? And I think that's probably why some people maybe don't give it enough awareness and enough thought because you can't see it.
Can't see
It's a valid point.
Regard to that though,
That is a valid point.
How do you ever know though? How could you ever know? And how would you approach that if?
I mean, he's got a valid point what you're saying because it's not like a visible illness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's really easy, especially in today's world, to judge people. They go, oh, I've got these issues, or whatever, and they start talking about it. It's very, and it might just be me. I might sound like a complete sod here, but sometimes it's like, well, are they being legit? Are they being honest, or are they just trying to get sympathy and you know?
Well, that's because you've had things happen to you that have made you jaded in your life, though.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
So you've got to think about it like that. What I think about, right, is I would never look down upon a man unless I'm offering him a hand up. Because I have been in the system for so long. I take everyone at face value until otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I am very guarded. I am very guarded, but people out there with mental health issues, most of them are genuine. 99.9% of the people out there, and it's the quiet ones. It's the ones who don't go on about the mental health. It's the ones who have the quiet tempers, and you can see things aren't right. Those are the ones that you need to worry about. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, also, when it comes to people, like if they are, say, pretending they've got a mental illness, then surely there's something there to make them feel like they need to pretend.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? There's still something there. I mean, it might not be depression. They might say they've got depression, but they might not have depression. It might be something else. But if you understand what I mean, there's still something there.
Yeah, there's something making them feel like they need to do that, basically, kind of thing, isn't it?
I mean, the weird thing is we know more about the ocean floor than we do about the human mind. That's a weird thought if you think about it,
Yeah. So we know fuck all
It's
about
still a valid point, though, Gaz.
It is a very valid point, guys, because I've often had people go, but you don't look sick, and then that's when I have to sort of step back and breathe, not lose my temper, and then it's about education, you see. That's what that's about. That's about educating that person to make them understand. But yes, I get it all the time, but you've got Tourette's, why aren't you swearing? Why aren't you jumping up and down and all the stuff like that? And then it's like, then I have to go into education mode and say, I've learned to talk. I've taught myself not to swear. I do still swear. I do still use forbidden words, but I've taught myself not to do it. Yeah. I've taught myself to suppress. And
that, I suppose, actually thinking about it, that's the beauty of especially what you guys are doing, is that it is the word awareness. And the more we talk about, not even just about what different issues people are going through, but just talking about it is getting that awareness out, and so people can pick up on signs, pick up on when they see someone who might be a bit down or needs some help, rather than just, like I say, about someone's telling you something and you just going, well, I don't even know if you're being legit or not. I'm not even sure.
I just love the fact that Gruff used called swear words forbidden words. I love that.
He has a few. He does have a few.
I use quite a lot of anti-religious tics. Very
He's the only person, right, without him saying, look, here he is, Matt. He can go into a church and say to the priest, do you want to see my centre pattern?
Satan is my homeboy.
That's him.
Satan is my homeboy. Or when I walk past a church and the priest walks out and I go, oh, burn your church down. I'm evil. And he looks at you going, I'll pray for you, son.
I want to be saved.
It is about awareness. That's what it is about. It's about, we want you to chuckle with us, though. We want you to see that there is a funny side to it. And we're human beings, after all. We're not, we're not clowns. We're not motorized robots. We're just humans. We've got emotions. And it is funny. As I tell you what, some of the stuff that we come out with, even Sean and I fall about laughing.
Yeah.
So it is about making people aware that it's okay to stop hiding
I've got a
little
purple
things
dick.
that are worrying you and stop talking about them. I've got this thing I say. I would rather sit and listen to you for an hour or 2 hours than sit and listen to 15 minutes of your eulogy. Do you know what I mean? Because honestly, all it takes is just someone to sit and listen to a bit. Poor old Chris gets it all the time off me.
He loves it. He loves
all
the
the time.
Like your mate, so that's what it's for, and that's what you guys are for. That's
Pud, if you go to Expo next time, right, you can pick these two up on the way down, right? Because in October, I had Grizzly shouting, "I do not give a fuck!" out the window, and then we got stuck in a traffic jam, and he's going. Gruff's going, go faster! Stop! Go faster! I'm like, fuck's sake.
Not just quietly out the door, and there's police cars next to us. Do you know what I mean? Like, almost everybody in the motorway is looking out the fucking window. What's this weirdo doing, screaming at the top of his voice?
I can imagine trying to navigate the M6, trying to pick lanes to go into Birmingham. These guys are just fucking.
Well, Sean can tell you about navigating with me. I'm fucking terrible.
Have you got in trouble before? I tell you, you've got in trouble before just because of your tics at times.
Ask him how many times he's been strip searched at the airport.
Oh gosh.
I'm 46 now. It must have been at least 8 or 9 times.
You know when they get the glove out?
The big
I'm
one.
talking about that strip search.
So, like, have you got anything to declare? Yes, I've got marijuana in my anus. Right, come with me, sir.
That must be like the hardest.
just
fucking
asking
thing
for it.
ever, like.
And then
Every
when
time-
you hear that, it's not that. It's when the big woman comes in and goes, and you're like, oh, I know where this is going. It's not going to end well.
This is the fascinating we have, because obviously you three are here. Obviously we're on your show, so thank you for having us on your show. But
Anytime.
you intrigued.
Yeah.
Apart from Matt, he hasn't said a word apart from forbidden
I
forbidden
think Matt's
words.
just sitting there going, what the fuck?
I'm just fucking lonely because I haven't got my fat bearded friend with me.
Oh,
I'm really
lonely.
I'm a little bit lonely.
I'm
This
so
is the reason we do with the show, because you get people who come in who's intrigued.
Yeah.
Like we had Leon, Lee the Jolly Vapor.
Lee.
He does
He's on.
the show with
Much
Salford.
lovely.
And if anyone watches that show and you do not shed a tear, you do not have a empathy.
You don't have a heart.
Because I was in bits, and I wasn't even on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fucked that show as
It's
well.
a tough subject to talk about week in, week out, though. You got to have pretty thick skin, but at the same time,
But
be
in
open.
a way, though, because I can't answer for these two, but for me, it's almost therapy for me in a way too, you know.
Yeah, it helps us more than it helps. Like, it helps us just as much as it helps everyone else.
You know, I don't just live with Tourette's. I live with extreme OCD. I have extreme anxiety and depression too.
PTSD.
I suffer really bad with depression.
Really bad PTSD. You know, so I live with all of these things. So sometimes coming online and talking to other people and having a bit of a laugh and a joke, it almost pulls you out of your misery in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
But
And
it's
helping
also-
someone else helps you.
I also think it gets easier to talk about each time we do it.
It does.
Gets easier to talk about each episode that we do. It gets easier to talk about anything, not just what we've talked about.
Yeah, you become more comfortable as you get used to talking.
I mean, the one I'm really excited about is getting our friends and families on, you know, because like I said, it's not just us. We leave a trail of devastation when we're in those moods. You know, when we're going through really bad things, it's not us that picks it up. It's everyone else around us. So what we're really excited about this year is getting a couple of family members on and letting them tell their side of the story too, because it is such an open thing and it affects families nationwide, up and down. You know, depression doesn't pick you because you're rich or you're poor. It doesn't pick you because you're Asian or white or black or fat or skinny. It picks you because it wants to pick you. It's a chemical imbalance.
Do you know what a lot of people get a lot of depression over?
Bumholes. Well, bumholes.
Hairy twats, furry squirrels, lesbians on toast. I don't know.
Cheesy strings.
Fat bumholes.
Can I finish?
Okay.
If you want. If you must.
Money.
I thought my answers were better.
Money and just day-to-day responsibilities, I would imagine, are the...
Yeah.
Money's a real
Like-
for people.
A lot of people live with depression a lot more over Christmas.
I would say,
Worst
yeah,
feeling.
anxiety, especially over the anxiety. You know, like Samaritan's calls increased 20-fold over Christmas with anxiety because people get so worried about what they're doing for Christmas.
And plus, you always try to go bigger and better for your kids.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the
More pressure, isn't there?
yeah. There's a lot of pressure on yourself. Plus, obviously, as well, if people don't earn enough money, they'd rather feed the kids and not feed themselves. So then
But it's
they'll
not
avoid
just
it.
that. It's you get bombarded with this. You have to be with your loved ones. It must be perfect. You must have all these shiny lights. You know, you've got to be with. Some people don't have loved ones around Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't have that connection with their family. So it gets harder over that time of the year for them to start thinking, but why should I bother then? You know, you're telling me I've got this and I haven't got it.
It's society's pressure as well, isn't it? The whole
Very much.
commercial aspect.
I
of
would
it.
say social media's got a lot to play with it too.
And do you know it actually has a lot more depression out of males and females?
It would be the females.
Males.
But women are very. I don't mean to upset people. Women are very good at talking, being open with their feelings and their opinions and their thoughts. They talk a lot more than men. You know, I think men, like you said earlier, kind of try and keep the burdens on their shoulders and deal with the responsibility at times.
We get brought up, guys, as kids.
So cowboys don't cry.
We get drilled into us. You don't realise it happens. you have to be proud. You don't show emotion.
I think a lot of it as well is when you're an adult, on the male side of things. I think.
Sorry, I've just got to let my dog out. Sorry.
You kind of get into this rut of wanting to be the man of the house. You want to be able to provide, everything. You should be able to provide for everything. But in actual fact, how the fuck can you provide for everything? How can you do everything? How can you all by yourself? Do you know what I mean? You can't. But I think a lot sits on men's shoulders when it comes to family.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some families out there which, single mother families and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They do a brilliant job, but I definitely think when you're a man, if there's things going wrong in the family, you feel as though it's on your head.
Yeah.
So what about like NHS and other institutes like that? Are they? Because you do see more about mental health in the news and stuff, and organisations and charities helping. Is it changing? Is it making a difference? Do you find, or is it?
It's not big enough.
It's like Gruff said earlier. We're in the Victorian times, and
it's a generational thing. You've still got.
Sorry about that.
You've still got the older generation where they don't really believe in it and all that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, your perfect example of generational gaps is me with my Tourette's on the bus, right? Where I'll get old people going, "You should be ashamed of yourself." You know what I mean? What's the matter with you? And I'll get a little young person come up to me and go, "Are you okay? What's the matter?"
Yeah.
Now that for me, it shows you the generational difference straight away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And until we can actually make the older generation realise, though, that it isn't Edwardian times, you're not going to pay a penny and go and sit and stare at someone who's a lunatic in the corner. That's got to change.
Yeah.
With regards to the professional side of things, like the NHS and things like that, your therapies and stuff like that, they're just not big enough. Totally overstretched.
There's not enough people.
They haven't got the funding to get staff and stuff like that. I mean, I've been on the waiting list now for therapy with talking changes for 12 months.
Pud, do you get much training on this kind of stuff? Like, is it
we get more training than we used to, but the services we've got as well are poor. Like the out of hours support especially is quite bad. You get the crisis team, but
they are overworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
Very undervalued.
Massively.
The crisis team,
and they do amazing work.
I'm actually involved with the crisis team at the moment, and I ran not last night, the night before. I think it was about 9 o'clock, and the last turnaround says she's the only one in the office.
A lot of the time,
you know what I mean? Like, how many phone calls must she be getting?
Mm-hmm.
It's
a lot
just
of the time,
mad.
like maybe 4 or 5 people.
I don't know what your job is. By the sounds of things, you're a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's a charge nurse.
What does that mean? Does he get like a plug up his bum?
He's the boss. He's the boss.
He has a horse. He has a horse and a spear.
But yeah, I'm an A&E, so like I see a lot of it, the crisis kind of side of things.
You see the inside influx of the crisis, then, yeah.
Right now I know that you're coming on our show.
So, Pud, do you think?
Absolutely.
Sorry, Pud, but do you find some people try and pull the mental health card?
It's really fucking complex. A bit like what Sean was saying earlier. You have people who might say they've got certain symptoms and stuff that they don't have, but most of the people that are doing this already have diagnoses or other things that drive that. But we can have like maybe 4 or 5 patients in to see, like, waiting to see the crisis team, and we've got 2 members of staff in the crisis team on a night shift. So they might assess somebody for an hour. So if you're last in that queue, you're sitting there anxious as fuck in an environment you hate for 4 hours to wait and see somebody. And a lot of these people end up kicking off. They end up having to be arrested because they get so fucking agitated, worked up. Because of the amount of time they're left waiting to be seen, whereas if they were seen quicker, if they had the funding and the staff to see them quicker, they wouldn't escalate to that stage.
Do you not think there should be a mental health A&E section?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've said this all the way through, you know.
That's what frustrates all of us. The NHS do not get enough funding.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like it has an impact on all the patients. So it's not just the guys that are there to see the crisis. It's like they're really agitated. They might be shouting, they might be swearing, and then you might have like an elderly lady in the fucking cubicle next to them who don't understand it. They get all fucking frightened. They get agitated. You know, it has an effect on kind of more than just them as well. It affects the whole fucking department.
I think the worst thing they ever did, to be honest with you, is care in the community. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but there used to be a time when somebody had a crisis, right? They would be collected and they would be taken somewhere and they would be looked after until that crisis was over. You know, they would be in a safe environment. Yeah, it's not always the best environment because I've been in and out of institutions myself, but it is a safe environment where you are being cared for. Let me tell you how heartbreaking and how disorientating it is to be arrested under the Mental Health Act, because they treat you like a criminal.
Yeah.
You get flung in a cell, right? You don't know what's going on half the fucking time. Half the time you're either having a psychosis, so you're in break, do you know what I mean? You're in the middle of a psychotic break. You don't know what's going on. And then the next thing they do is get a social worker and a doctor, and you get fucking haloperidoled up to shit, left in the cell, and the next thing you do, you wake up in like, you know, like an institution. Now, if there was a way of doing it so that you weren't so scared, do you know what I mean? That you were going to get locked up. If I knew, like, well, I'm not feeling safe, I can walk into the A&E at this point in time. There's a specialist, section for me. I think it would probably help a hell of a lot of people, you know.
I think a lot of the people wouldn't end up being arrested. A lot of them wouldn't be arrested if they weren't waiting X amount of hours to be seen. They get so worked up and agitated.
But it's also what we're trying to do on the show. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the, you know, you feel you get to the point where you need to go to A&E because you're down and you want someone to listen to you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not really a nurse's job. Do you understand
isn't.
what I mean? It's not really like. Even triage, it's not their job to sit and listen to you. You know, we could.
But if they had a section for it,
we could all do that ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we could
but
all.
if they had.
That's why we're trying to get medical professions, people who actually deal, like a psychiatrist, for example, or a therapist. We're trying to get them on the show to tell
Share their side.
Their side. But it is really hard because of the profession.
Just to say, everyone in chat, there's loads of people put really good stuff in chat. I'm sorry that we haven't really read many of them out. But,
Apologies.
No, it's just, I've been really interested in listening to just talking about it, because I'll hold my hands up. I don't have the most awareness when it comes to, and that's why I say what I've been saying, because I don't give it much thought, probably not enough thought, and I certainly don't know what to look out for.
Yeah, but at least you're willing to.
Absolutely.
You're thinking the thoughts of the other side of it.
Yeah.
Which is good though. It's nice to hear from your side of the.
Yeah, that's what it's a subject I'm interested in, and it's just good to, you guys talk about it openly week in, week out, so it's good to, at least get the ins and outs of it. Really.
Gaz is being educated.
I am. Yes, it's good. Yeah, well, a bit different to last week.
Do you know what? Honestly, Mobro, you've sort of hit on there. So Vaping with Mobro said, I once went to stress and anxiety management classes with a friend of mine to support them and help them through it all, just to help in general. Generally, 9 out of 10 times, that's what we kind of need off our mates, you know. There's just a little bit of that, come on.
Well, we're just saying, Timmy's just put, hi Timmy, by the way, good to see you, thanks for coming in.
Hi, Gemma.
He's saying, at my worst, I got an emergency appointment to a shrink, begged her to help as I was scared I was going to lose grip of reality or hurt someone. Their reply was to call the police if you do. So that just says it all, that there isn't the support out there. There isn't the help out there.
The reason we do the show is for people who exactly like that. We create that safe space because half of the people usually in the chat have been through what someone else has been through. We're not judgmental. We're very open with it, and our inbox is always open.
I think that's one of the big things about it, the lack of judgment. There's no judgment. You can ask anyone that watches our shows. You can speak about whatever you want, how you want.
You can ask any question.
Or nothing.
We say there's no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid answers. Do you know what I mean? Honestly,
it's like all the drama that's happening now in the vape industry. we totally ignore it because we're doing our thing and everyone else is doing theirs.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're all vapers. We all quit smoking, and we're trying to help other people quit.
That's the beauty of this as well, is how diverse it is. How diverse, you know, the difference in people. That's what you got to love about it.
Alan, Steve.
Kick him in his cunt. Kevin's home alone, the silly little twat.
Fucking stealing me ticks, you bastard. Fucking hell. I was just about to do it and you did it for us. That was the most fucking surreal experience I've ever had in my life. Fucking hell.
And this is where I call tick tennis.
Telepathic threats, isn't it?
Would you find you bounce off each other then like that?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can get too much, like, can't it, man?
Like you mentioned the word Alan.
Alan.
Steve, fat guy, mate. Kick him in his cunt. He's a fat, yeah.
Fuck off, Kevin, you cunt.
Was it Harry Potter you used to see at Expo as well?
Oh, yeah.
Harry Potter, you're a wizard, Harry. Oh. Snape on a vape.
That was what?
So Emily's just said, I had withdrawn so much without any support system, and the Misfits made it possible to reach out for the first time after years of suffering.
Much love, Emily.
Emily was the one that Chris was on about before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who came on she's actually been on the show and shared a story and had a chat and that.
And she's from the States.
And Bill, you're very right there. The most stupid question is the one never asked.
Absolutely. So you were saying kind of earlier you like your mods to be kind of throw proof. Is that an issue you guys have a lot then, like throwing fucking mods?
He is. Right. With Matt, it's mainly Matt, right? He likes to do things to fly.
Ooh, look at the beard.
I'm trying to think of the word. Where is it, Sean? What's the word he says?
What?
To fling stuff.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek, you bastards.
And that's the one.
The size of that fucking mod is going to go through something as well.
Well, that's why I don't take these out of the house. You see, these are my indoor.
He did own one of these, Pud. Right? He played that game and landed on a train.
I shouted "Go free" with no. That was my wallet actually.
Oh no! Not your wallet. Oh no!
He flung his wallet in a pond.
Told the ducks dinner was on me, and then threw my wallet with everything in it in the middle of the duck pond.
Ah.
But they didn't fucking appreciate it either, did they?
No, there was no bread.
They were just sat there paddling like fuck.
Where's me toast?
This is why we try to come on shows or get people on shows, because I can just sit here and watch you three. I know Pud knows a lot more due to being a nurse. Or a surge nurse. Whatever.
A surge nurse.
Surge nurse.
Well, I like surge nurse better, actually. Surge nurse. I shall surge you.
I'm winding you up, Puff.
Puff, do you have surge protection?
But it's intriguing to watch people's faces, to learn, and then they ask questions.
Yeah.
I've just spotted something that's made me think. Stuart put, Vaping Irish, why are you not chatting up Jenny tonight? And then Virus has put back, Stuart, a serious topic. And although, yeah, it is a serious topic, I don't feel like, I've listened to you guys and talking about it, I don't feel like it's, no,
well, that's one of the things we don't want to do, is we don't want it to be,
boring.
Right, let's get our fucking monocles on and our pipes out and sit like, professionals. That's not what we want to do. It's supposed to be about a community of like-minded warriors
like
getting...
So...
Yeah. So, what do you think's a problem? That's not what I'm about. What I'm about is trying to inject my humour. I am what I am. What you see now is what you get with me. Do you know what I mean?
What I think's amazing about therapists, right? They sit there and they do that, and you say something or you do something and they write notes. Now, that has got to be one of the biggest paranoia inducing
what they're writing about
actions that I've ever known. You sat there like, what are you fucking writing?
Waiting on a stamp out.
You fucking writing about me?
Yeah, it's when he goes, ding, rings the bell that you start worrying, mate. That's when you fucking...
So doing your kind of show is kind of like a self-therapy. Because
it is, yes.
Bouncing between
very, very much so, yeah.
Obviously, these two live with Tourette's. I did used to say suffer until I got my hand
wow, I want to be saved.
By Gruff. But I'm the instigator, as you can tell. I make him tick. And the reason I do that is, for example, Sean's pulling his beard. He's suppressing. So now I'll say, for example, hey, Captain.
God, the poor.
Like, I'll make him trigger.
A doctor, not a pool man. Fucking hell.
Matt has a lot of motor ticks. Like, he'll do I survive, and his
I'm still alive.
His arm will stay there. And if he stays there too long, I'll make him say Harry Potter or stuff like that.
See, perfect example. My motor ticks lock, you see.
Right.
So I can have a day where I'm dragging my leg around behind me like it's dead, like it just doesn't belong to me, just because my motor ticks have decided that's it. What Chris is able to do when you can see when I'm really struggling is he's able to get me out of some of those motor ticks sometimes. So what people think he's winding me up, sometimes he's actually not winding me up. What he's actually doing is doing me a massive favor by giving me a release. It's like a pressure valve in a way.
So how come is that just now because you know each other so well that you do that, Chris? Or have you got some knowledge in the field, or I don't really know your background?
The story behind me and Matt, as we become friends, I was in a vape shop, and he came in, and all of a sudden he just come out with silly sausages or something, and because my background is I was in a disabled school, it's like a half school. And the one thing that annoys me is people taking the mickey out of disabled people. And there was a lot of kids in there with Tourette's and stuff. And so that's like
shit on it
in my brain. So I'm not judgmental. I've never been judgmental. And he came out with that, and then I just turned around and said, "Excuse me, do you have Tourette's?" And it just went from there.
For me, right, I will give you all the time in the world if you're curious about what's going on. If you stand and stare and point at me, that's when I get really angry.
Well, it's almost a natural thing for most people to literally stand and stare or feel uncomfortable about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a tick for that one as well.
It's because we don't know, isn't it? It's that, like,
people don't know how to react, what to do, and they're probably some people are polite enough not to want to embarrass you, but what they don't realise is you're not embarrassed by it, you're open about it, and it'd actually be better if they said, you okay, you're good. And
an example of what you've just said there, like Nick Bissett and Live Vaping Chill Jay turned around to us and said it. We had a long discussion about the fact that they thought we should do a show and stuff like that, and it started off like we were saying we're not really comfortable with it and stuff like that, and then in the end of the conversation we were like, oh yeah, let's do it. And obviously they were saying things like, well, you're going to get your haters, you're going to get people come on and say, you're full of shit and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And it was kind of, and we both turned around and said, didn't we? Well, if they're going to say that, it's just because they don't know about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just
don't
educating people. It's like, don't just kick them out the room. Try and teach them first.
I want to know what Matt's thoughts is because he's quiet.
I just sat here reading the chat as well.
Matt's got a beard.
Yeah, there's been some really good stuff. Actually, very good.
Yeah, I'm generally just reading the chat and then just soaking it all up, really, and just.
Yeah, Lynn said the guys are like my therapy. They've been so supportive, and Leanne as well for a few years. This past 6 months, I wouldn't have coped without them. So yeah, you're doing legit.
We're not trying to steal the show, by the way.
No, the show's about you guys and what you're doing and stuff, and learning.
Going back to what Gaz was saying a minute ago, where like saying like people like adults pointing in, like not knowing how to deal with people, especially with Tourette's or whatever. And then there's a woman a minute ago, I think it was a woman said, Leanne Linton said her 6-year-old even asked.
That's Leanne Linton, by the way, is my wife.
Okay, even asked Gruff what he said, and then it comes back to the innocence of a child, and then I mean, as you get older, you kind of get. I don't know what I'm trying to say really, but do you know what I mean? Like you kind of.
What obviously the story behind that, what my daughter did is when Matt first came to my house, my daughter's
Black Rogers on toast. Lesbians.
My daughter's very inquisitive. She's what kids are like, they're always and she asked him the question, what's up with Uncle Matt? And she asked me that question, and I said, my daughter's called Ella May. I said, Ella May, go and ask Uncle Matt himself. So she did, and Matt explained it to my 6-year-old, and she's like, wow. Because he explained it simply for a child.
Yeah.
But the pointing and staring does go on.
Yeah.
You know,
I've had it 2 weeks ago.
Prime example was when we were at Expo. There was Matt was ticking really bad at one point, and there was this guy walked past, and he looked at him, and he went like this, and he looked at me, then looked at Matt, and went like that.
This.
And Matt lost his shit, and said, "Look, I'm not fucking mad. I've just got Tourette's," and then stormed off. So I lost my shit. And I said, "Look, there's no need for that." I said, so I kind of explained a little bit angrily at first. I explained a little bit about what it was, and I said, "Look, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna."
Sorry, I'm just laughing at both in Irish.
Yeah, sorry, I was
You're gonna go over and apologise to him, and see what he says, because he was like, "Oh well, you tell him I'm sorry. Tell him to come to my stall and all this." I said, "No, you can go and apologise to him yourself." So I shouted Matt over. Matt came over. And they went off into the corner somewhere and had a chat. And then this guy, it was funny because this guy went to give him a hug. And Matt fucking bit him on the shoulder.
Yes. Have you ever seen Matt?
And it wasn't just a little nibble.
I'm okay if I know you, just don't get in my fucking space.
Full on mouth on the fleshy part of your shoulder here. Oh,
we actually got him a hoodie. It's got a goat on the back, but it has writing says, "Do not pet."
Debbie just highlighted a question from Matt and Em earlier. We must have missed it. So, do you have any advice for people who think their loved ones are living with mental health illness?
That's a good point, because you're saying people living with mental health, but then
yes,
also got this massive community of people that are living with people with mental health.
Living suffering. That I would say that they suffer with people with mental health, because they are the ones that actually have to pick it up.
And that's where I come into things. We actually did a story on the outlooks of that, and my wife does suffer, live with anxiety, really bad anxiety, and she also has depression.
And a lot of the worst case scenario, is if you're living with somebody with mental health, look, the first thing you do if you've got mental health to the person you love is you try and push them away. It's a big trait, isn't it? Like, you know,
it is. You try and practice tough love. I think it's in the beginning. If you don't understand what's going on with that person, if that person is being a bastard, pushing you away, shutting down, behaviours that are not that person, the family can't understand.
Yeah.
So obviously the
I
family
think you
then
just have to kind of remember that they can't help it. If you know what I mean.
Just
I think you have to kind of be. Don't. It's not an excuse for being a dick.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not an excuse for being a dick. But just always be mindful that there's someone up here that ain't wired up right.
And it's sometimes, I think, unless you either experience mental health issues yourself or live with someone, like I'll give you an example. When my oldest brother got married, his new wife, her brother had Down syndrome. Now, before I'd met him, I'd never really spoken to him with. I was only young, I was probably 14 years old. So I'd never really spoken to him with Downs, knew nothing about it. And I'll hold my hands up, I probably had a laugh and a joke about it if I had ever seen one, like kids do. And it wasn't until that point when I'd met him and then got to know him and found out how he was an awesome guy. And then it completely changed my whole outlook on people with Down syndrome. And after that moment, anyone that thought it was funny, if someone Downs, I was like, no, it's not funny. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the point, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think
until you've either lived with it, or dealt with it, or been around it, you haven't got a fucking clue what it is.
I agree with you, Debbie. Debbie just made a point. It doesn't make it hurt less, especially when you give them your whole self and still get pushed away, even if you understand it's not their fault. Get what you mean. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you guys must have to put up with them on a daily basis, the snappiness and stuff. But there are underlying issues. You know, deep down inside, we all love our family deeply. You know, we do care about you guys. We just don't know how to express it, and that's something I think that you need to think about. You know, helping us just by being there, asking us if we're okay, listening to us. Offering, you know, if you think that person is struggling with mental health and they don't want to go and see a doctor, offer to go to the doctor with them. Half the time, people with mental health don't want to do things because they're scared. Change is a big thing for mental health for me. I don't like change at all.
Even if they don't want to go to the doctor, say, right, do you want to go to a coffee shop and go and grab a coffee
there you go.
or a tea?
And if they...
you tend to find 9 times out of 10 they'll open up to you just over a conversation. And I do it all the time with these two. Like if these two don't message me within, say, 3 or 4 days, I'll message them and say, right, are you okay? And I know, because obviously the way these two talk, because we're so close as friends, you probably the same. You talk regularly, so you tend to know when someone's down.
In the bath. Pud.
I'm in the bath, yeah.
We see more of Pud's hairy belly than we do his face.
Hey, the dude works long hours.
Yeah, Ricky's just said there in chat there, my wife is my backbone. My missus is my backbone as well. I couldn't survive without my missus. Not a chance.
Salford saying as well, the Misfits show helped me reach out for help. That's even just in this show tonight, you've had like 4 or 5 people all say that the show's helped.
And this is the thing.
This is all we're doing, you know. We don't do this for.
And our aim was just to help one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we don't do this because we want recognition. We don't do this because we want any kudos or any sort of, rewards for it. We do it because we know how lonely it can be when you're in that place.
On a side note, if you like what you're hearing, go and subscribe to the channel.
Tell him, Chris, tell him.
Fucking plug it, mate.
Yeah.
No, we don't. That's the thing. We don't. If people want to find us,
It's like when we come on other shows, we don't come on to plug our show. We come on to make people aware that it's there.
aware.
They don't have to. You don't have to go and subscribe. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice.
Shit on it. Don't shit on it. Shit on the fence, Dave.
it's a
Dave,
case
shit on
of-
the fence.
And apologies. We do a show on a Saturday at 9 p.m. the same time as the show we're on now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't matter. I mean,
No.
me and the guys have spoken about it before because Saturday night is a pretty good spot.
Well,
And-
Pud put it properly last week. He said, if you watch the Misfits, you can go and get fucked.
Does he remember saying that?
Yeah, probably not.
But then on the back of that, he went, I do watch it on a replay.
Every Sunday morning, it's on the replay. I'm straight on.
The sober Pud kicked in then. You're dangerous when you're drunk, Pud.
Last week, some fucking.
No,
Yeah, tell that to
Oh, it
his
was all in good fun.
Tell it to his 4 ex-wives and children. Yeah, he's dangerous when he's drunk.
Now that's what's really good about you guys coming on because it is literally we'll come on your show or we'll it doesn't numbers views whatever not important, really not important. We're all doing this kind of thing for the same kind of reason to
Absolutely.
to keep the strong community going. And what you guys are doing with the mental health thing is brilliant, and it's another angle that definitely needs to be looked at and talked about.
That's the thing. We've looked at it like vaping's a platform. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to be honest. I can't think of a better way to do it than helping people. You know what I mean? Like everything's a platform. If you look at it like that, you've got fishing, for instance.
DJ, you're welcome to come on. Sorry, Vapey
Stamp
received it.
collecting, right? They've all got
I've just
YouTube channels.
message him.
They've all got YouTube channels, right? Why not do something on mental health in that community? Why not do mental health on something in the race car community? Do you know what I mean? If it was going on everywhere, it would kind of become a bit more of a normal thing to do.
Yeah.
Whereas at this present moment in time, what we're doing is something that not a lot of people are doing.
And this is the reason why we want to do the charity live stream.
I'm down for that.
Anyone can come on.
Sorry, just so
And it'll actually show unity.
Hashtag unity.
It will show the
Oh,
unity.
man, I missed it. I didn't get the memo about that one. Fucking
he's
hell.
Don't realise.
I thought they were all like time stamped and shit.
Like the big name reviewers, for example, Grim Green is going through a tough time right at this present moment. He's suffering really bad.
You're right, Debbie. Awareness is unity.
And you'd be surprised on how many people
X Factor motherfuckers.
live with it. And this is the reason we want to do the charity stream. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get in touch with companies to see if they want to do any donations or, to create.
Yeah, to get a bit of hype about it and
And raise money for charities that really deal with mental health. Stuff the likes of Mind, Rethink. the Samaritans.
Yes, Irish profile Unity sales have gone up since we started #Unity.
Did you see Irish's comment a minute ago? I'm surprised Pud didn't end up on horseback with blue face paint screaming freedom last week.
I am as well.
I could have. After the show, I have no recollection of anything after the show.
You're more than welcome to do some designs with ticks on if you want.
You just disappeared. You just
Oh,
went.
I like to say a big thank you.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, in the chat afterwards, you were there 1 minute, then you just went.
You
You never said bye, no announced.
He went to the kitchen and then got on the sofa and fell asleep.
Yeah.
I woke up at 7 in the
Good night,
morning.
Me and Matt were talking, what, 3:30?
Yeah, we're up late, weren't we?
Yeah, and Pud Puff's still there. I'm going.
But the thing was though, like your mute, you know, like the little mute symbol kept going on and off and on and off, and it was really weird.
What, do you
It
think
was
he was
really
busy?
weird.
Do you think-
We thought he was listening, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
do you think his elbow was hitting the phone when he was
No,
watching
I
porn?
think because he was drunk. He was sat in his chair and he's going.
Should we do win what we weigh?
It was like he had something to say, but then by the time he'd unmuted it, he'd forgotten, so he didn't do it again.
You need to do a
There
bumper
must
for
have
the
been something
giveaway.
sitting in the keyboard or something, but yeah. I woke up on the couch at 7:30 the next morning, like, what the fuck happened?
You might have had some milk left on your keyboard as the friggin' some buttons.
Oh, bro, that's amazing. Mo just said here, me and Chris Empire hosted a 24-hour charity stream to raise money for Mind and Marie Curie, with help from Gail and M and a few others too. We raised over £7,000. That's absolutely awesome.
We're only going to do 12 hours because I don't think these two will able to manage 24 hours of ticking.
Well, I don't know if my balls will take 24 hours of being punched, mate. That's the question.
But we are going to do things like the Toe of Satan.
Say that again?
We're doing the thing with the toe.
It's a lollipop called the Toe of Satan.
Oh.
That's all right.
Pud will be up for that.
I like
We're
hot
also
things.
doing the black mask peel.
Full peel.
We're going to actually let the partners peel it off.
Oh,
you've been practicing.
It's got it
I've had a
everywhere.
go.
That's not a t-shirt.
You know, like stuff like this to raise money for the charities and stuff.
I think Lynn, our lovely spanner across in the Vaping Misfits, is also talking about getting us a tents machine.
You know the prize you got.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. It's the first I knew.
How didn't you know about
You
that?
get one of them. Should get one of them, mate. No, I'm not even saying
Fucking
it.
Irish is
I'm
fucking.
not even saying it because I know for a fact Lynn will go and get one. I'm
Lynn
not even
is
saying
actually,
it.
Thing is, with Lynn, it'll be remote controlled too.
Lynn is actually buying the pregnancy one.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
So
Oh, God.
the different stage of labour.
I get 12-hour labour. Oh, God.
Should we do this win what we weigh quickly, guys? Have you got it?
Win what we weigh.
Oh, well, it's gone a bit big. Win what we weigh. Same
Wibbly
as
wobbly
always, guys.
what?
Win what we weigh.
We have a little competition where you can win what we weigh.
Jesus.
The answer for me is
Win what we weigh. What?
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to weigh something. Well, Matt's going to weigh something, and
I
people
was going to
have
say,
to
don't
guess
weigh
the
me.
weight.
You'll not be able
I was going to say, don't weigh me.
No, I don't want to play this
You'll
game.
not be able to afford to that.
The scales are not big enough to weigh you.
That'll just say, get off, you fat
What are you
bastard.
trying to say?
It'll say one at a time, please.
Yeah, it says max 5 kilos, so.
Error.
Right.
It just says error when I get on.
I like to say a big thank you to Jenny as well. She actually done a Vaping Misfits t-shirt logo for us.
Yeah, apparently she wants to design some tick t-shirts for us now.
And then all the money that when people go on Teespring and buy a t-shirt, all the profits of the t-shirt actually go on towards the charity.
So go ahead, get a t-shirt, do your thing.
So far, only one person's bought one.
Get the link up. Get the link
Yeah,
up.
get the link, spam the link in chat, mate.
Andy Summerfield, I've got my scales for mine, mate.
Those look like you should be weighing out little balls
so
of
we
white
all
powder.
We all know that Gaz is a drug dealer now.
Ah.
I want to
No,
be
right. Well, Gruff's going to hate it, but we're going to give away one of these this week. We've got a artery stick in black.
What's that?
Wow.
Gruff's thinking
It
now.
looks like a Sharpie.
Artery stick.
I use one of those to power my mech.
And we've
Ross?
got, and I think these, I can't work out whether these are freebase or salts.
Yes, Empire, how you doing? And Andy Summerfield as well jumped in there.
So these are just little freebase, little nicks. Yeah. I'm gonna weigh that. Presumably without them on the scale, so it doesn't zero.
We're hoping to get Chris on the show as well.
Yeah.
I've got the weight, so I'll give you a clue. Is it between 50 and 250 to start with?
Everyone in chat, get guessing.
White rabbits, elephants' noses.
We don't do
and toes.
decimal points either, so don't worry about that.
No decimal points.
Oh, you sent me the answer, didn't you?
And if you haven't switched to live chat,
Turtle tits on toast.
make sure you do it.
Do it quick, because otherwise you can't get on the entries.
We didn't really do a kind of welcome to the show, kind of hello guys, kind of.
Hello guys, welcome to the show.
So there we go, we've done it.
There we go. Welcome. We're only an hour and a bit into it, but sorry.
I'm worried if anyone's sat on Chris's channel going, when's this show going to start?
Hi guys,
The show,
surprise.
we've actually moved the show to tomorrow.
There you go.
The
Perfect.
There you go.
Just like, we've been soaking in freebie everything, and it just.
Well, hang on. What was the weight of it? Fuck. We've got to keep an eye on it.
Pudding.
Professional setup.
We don't know. You haven't told us.
It's up that, well, us three know.
Oh right, I feel really fucking special now.
Does that mean we can
Right, okay.
Does that mean we can guess as well?
He's gone. Yeah, of course you can. There's some people really close. Hang on, I haven't got.
What's it between?
50 and 250.
I'll send it.
I almost told you the answer there.
Pud, what is it? I'll give you a $5 if you tell me.
There you go, Chris. I'll send it to you, mate. You now know the answer. I haven't got you other two in the chat.
Very
No,
close.
so
in
you'll
chat.
send it to us.
Very close.
Yeah, some people are very, very close.
Above the clouds, he's got a technique going on there. I see that.
Who?
Above the clouds, he's got a technique going on.
Yeah.
Ah, he's-
Hey!
Yep. There we go.
Above the clouds,
Above the clouds.
Stop! Stop!
164.
Oh, the clouds has got it.
He's still going. He's still going.
Yeah, he's not stopped. Did he start at 250 and work his way all the way down?
Yeah, he's just literally worked his way down by digits.
I
I bet he's so glad he started at the top and not the bottom.
Yeah, above the clouds, mate. If you send Gaz is just about to put it in chat as he's typing.
Ian, well done, buddy. Yeah, if you can email SNV.
You've won a battery for a mech.
gmail.com.
Wait, actually, to be fair, it's a good little kits.
Guys,
I'm just taking. Look,
um,
I shouldn't take the mick out of anybody who uses anything to get them off cigarettes, right?
They've got adjustable airflow. Nice little.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly, it's because I'm a big old look. I need to carry something that has 5 batteries in it, weighs 28 kilograms, and produces like my own weather system.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, good point by Pud there. I think you just spammed a link out to Above the Clouds channel. He's a new reviewer, Ian, real nice guy. He's on the Sunday night show with Big D, Benny Vapes. Go and
79 Holworth Street.
to Ian, please, if you haven't already.
Right, well then.
the guy that's at 79 Homeforth Road. Near the co-op, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, are we getting his address there, are we? Awesome, I'm going round for a visit.
Yeah, that's Big D. He's got a shop,
Big D.
and every one of us knows the address because he puts it everywhere.
He's even made a new intro video. There you go.
I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night screaming it.
Don't subscribe to him. Make
Dan,
him work
did
for
we
it.
get your email from last week? I must admit, I'm never in that email account.
Dan. Yeah, what?
Yeah, I've got it. It's all boxed. It's all boxed in. Hang on, because there's 2 winners last week. There was a hip hop and
Pip pop.
Big D wants me to play his intro.
play his intro.
His
He's
intro.
saying, don't sub to him and make him work for it.
Yeah,
That's what I
don't.
just said.
Don't sub to him. He's a knob.
Yeah. Dan, you won because there was 2. Yeah, the other person wrote that it was for the hip hop competition. Yeah, so Dan won the. It's quite actually boxed downstairs, ready to be posted. I shall.
Hippity hoppity.
Hand it to Debbie Rogers and she should post it.
I nearly played that video of Matt's son then.
Are you putting the big D video up?
You should play the one of my son as well. That's amazing.
Hold on, here we go.
No, don't. Oh, what are we doing?
I don't know if it's going to be a bit loud. Sorry, folks.
Big D Vapes, the best shop in the UK.
I've got the wonderful Big D Vapes who looks crisp as anything, mate.
Big D Vapes.
Big D Vapes.
Hey up, Big D.
You are pimping yourself out, mate.
Big D.
How are you? All right?
I'll pass it over to Big D.
Thank you, JP.
Big D Vapes has got a vape shop, everybody.
Danny, Big D Vapes.
Big D!
Big D Vapes. Every time I see his name, I always think Big D.
Oh, no.
It's killed the stream, mate.
They can't see it.
Yeah, it's killed the
Oh,
stream. It's killed the stream.
well, Big D, you're not getting the publicity tonight.
No.
Oh.
Your tailboard didn't crash the show.
I think it's actually crashed the show.
You've made it. So
We're back. We're back.
Go back.
We're
We're
back.
back.
broke it. You're not allowed on again, Big D.
That's how dodgy his video is.
Yeah.
What was it made by, like...
It's not, guys, right? Gaz needs to speed up his hamster.
I've got 15
either
of
that-
them now. Still
Either
not
that, he needs to move his bloody internet provider from Uzbekistan or wherever it is.
We're just gonna say, we'll connect you to your local exchange in France.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Hello,
you
this is
need to do?
Elvis. You're a
Guys,
what?
you need to download that video and put it on Streamlabs.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
because that's. I think that's what you've done with the intro, isn't it? That's how it works.
I wonder if I can...
Doesn't know.
I can
Hang
forward-
on, 'cause Mike,
doesn't know what he
why is
did.
there steam coming out your ears there, guys? Calm down, mate.
It says I can only save it to Facebook. I can't save it.
It's on Facebook, so you should be able to save a file from Facebook to your computer.
You'd think
I don't-
so.
I don't think
Oh,
you
yeah, well, there it was. I found it. I downloaded it. Hold on. But it'll take about 3 hours to download, won't it, with my internet? Right, here we go.
Yeah, so Big D, once we get your PayPal through, we'll put the video on and.
Make it rain!
We don't take Bitcoin either.
The PayPal's the same as the email address for SNVA Live, by the way, Big D.
Right,
Why is everybody laughing?
I'm gonna play this now, and it's gonna go probably massive on the screen. So
You're going to deafen everyone as well.
Big
I've
D
heard that before
Vapes,
too,
the
guys.
best
It's going
shop
massive
in
on
the
the screen if
UK.
you take
I've got
it
the
out.
wonderful Big D
Oh,
Vapes
he
who
holds it
looks
out.
crisp as anything, mate.
Looks bigger on
Big D
camera.
Vapes.
Big D Vapes.
Hey up, Big D.
You are pimping yourself out, mate.
How are you? All right?
I'll pass it over to Big D.
Thank you, JP.
Big D Vapes has got a vape shop, everybody.
Danny, Big D Vapes.
Big D!
Big D Vapes. Every time I see his name, I always think Big Dick.
Big D Vapes.
You've not seen the guy, he's hung.
Fucking hung.
The new boy on the block.
Big D.
I don't know how they call him Big D. According to his wife, he's not, but that's another story, isn't it? But we'll leave it at that anyway.
Nice Big D. Going to use the Big D. Is it actually Big Dick?
What up, Big D Vapes?
No, Big D.
Big D. Massive shout out to Big D. Big D, ultimate puff.
Big D Vapes.
Big D.
Big D.
Big D. Big D. I think Big D. Does he not have a shop or something?
No, that's another Big D.
You want to stay off the chocolate, son? It's not good for you.
Big D Vapes says,
I'm an award-winning shop now. Flip over. All fours. Every day's a school day, babe.
Big
There
D
you go,
Vapes, the best shop in the
We back?
We're back.
We're back. Yeah.
And we're back.
That's worth a tenner at least, isn't it?
I'm still watching it, to be honest.
Big D has a lot of time in his hands.
Good fucking on the bottom. Good
Because he's got a vape shop.
Yeah.
Think about it, everyone else calls it Big D. I don't see any point.
Oh, you've got the intro running again.
Oh.
What have you done?
We just had to get a bit of Marcus in there, didn't we?
Yeah, you got to get a
A
bit,
little bit of Marcus in there for you.
get a bit of markers in there. Right, that's enough of me playing around.
So, vape news this week. What we had? It's been quiet again. We're not getting much because it's up to Chinese New Year. It's
Flavour bans. I
The
don't know.
Who, the world.
Who though?
Health organisation can eat one, mate. They can
What a
eat
load
it.
of
Oh, they're
nonsense.
Have you seen all these health officials here though that have come out and just basically said they're fucking talking shit? That
yes.
the advice is dangerous, basically.
But the damage is done already. It's the Who, for goodness sakes, isn't it? It's not like some little backstreet organization. It's the World Health Organization. It's like, how do you...
You got all these countries who who always try and like please World Health Organization. You know,
The thing about it, you got a lot of countries as well that always follow the states. And look at India, prime example.
The thing is the whole India thing went very, very quietly unnoticed, and it's still going unnoticed at the moment. Nobody's talking about what's happening in India with the outright ban.
I think I'm worried that a lot of countries are going to follow advice of the World Health Organization. They're seen as this big fucking know-it-all fucking organisation that should be the gold standard in health and all this kind of shit. I know the UK is kind of fighting back against it, but you've got all these professors and various.
We've got the Royal College of Physicians.
Yeah, but that's the big problem now, is because before the Americans and us have always gone on about what the Royal College of Physicians say and the NHS have been putting out and all that, and all of a sudden the other side have got the World Health Organization on their side. It's
now
like,
everybody, when WHO gets involved, everybody sits up.
Very dangerous.
So I'm a bit worried about how it's going to go for some other countries. I think we'll probably be okay for now, but there's going to be pressure, I would imagine.
The worst thing it's going to do is drive it underground.
The only country that is exactly going the way we're going is Canada.
No, Canada at the moment are struggling too with flavours, friend.
Canada had a thing in their papers, I think it was at the start of the week, about the first ever popcorn lung death. Apparently it was their first one, and it was good and all that. And then once again it came back to the kid has been buying cartridges online. He's been filling his vape with these cartridges again. So it kind of sold it as this new story, and it was something different, and it was the first popcorn lung. But then when you actually fucking read the article, once again it was just back to somebody trying to get fucking high by vaping THC in these cartridges. But they were almost kind of trying to sell it for this new angle, like as if it was something new that had happened, when it really isn't.
It's like, look at the guy who died in the UK, but they made a big thing about that. And the issue was he smoked for like 50 odd years and then quit, but he had underlying health issues.
He was a glass blower or something like that. Yeah. He was like a glass blower or something, like, he was exposed to all these chemicals through working in some kind of plant that fucking manufactured glass or something like that. So he was already all exposed to carbon dioxide and stuff like that just before the environment as well.
Bill Richards said, "Who finally admitted vaping is safer than smoking, but still recommend banning it if you cannot regulate it." Why would you not want to regulate something that clearly works and is clearly safer? It's like,
but it is regulated in the UK.
In the UK, yeah. But I mean, how can you not regulate it in worldwide in other countries? How can it not be regulated?
It's a bit of a wild west, though, honestly, when it comes to regulations.
Well, it is regulated if you think about it. You go to a vape shop in the States, you have to show your ID. That's the first thing that they ask you.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you go into a vape shop in the States, and you could buy a mech, and they won't. Like over here, if you buy a mech and you ask them to put a build in it for you and stuff like that, they'll put a build in. They are not allowed to touch it.
Yeah, by law, they're not allowed to tell you to touch that mech.
They're not allowed to touch it. They're not allowed to advise you. They're not allowed to give you any advice whatsoever with regards to building or anything like that.
I saw that because didn't Jay Hayes put a thing up where someone came in with a mod and they had a problem with it, and it shows him, and he said, "I can't legally touch it because otherwise I'm."
They're not even allowed to change stock coils.
I'm classed as a manufacturer then. And I was like, whoa, that's...
Not being funny, but if somebody come in and bought a mech and asked me to put a fucking build in it, I wouldn't sell them the fucking mech.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I would ask them is, why are you buying a mech if you don't know how to build?
Unless
well, of course, but you can go in, you can buy a mech.
Unless someone comes in and you ask the questions, you know Ohm's law, right, explain it. Obviously, simple terms, building. But sometimes you get people who...
or at least get an app up and show that you understand how to use the app, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You get a perfect example. One of my admins, she has really bad arthritis and she can't build, she shakes.
That's different though, isn't it, mate? That's different though. Yeah, the difference is watching a greenie walk into a vape shop, right? Not being able to give them the advice of what they need and letting them walk out there with a dangerous weapon. Because that's basically what you're doing in the States.
That's it. If they're not allowed to educate them or anything on the product, they shouldn't be allowed to sell it then. I know that means banning it, but I mean, if you can't educate someone on how to safely use a mech, then you're putting a fucking bullet in their hand.
I'm confused. Matt, are you talking as vape heads?
Mm-hmm. Hey?
Are you talking as vape heads?
Am I talking as vape heads? No, that's Sean. What, in the chat?
Yeah.
He's not chatting, is he?
Yeah, Sean's in chat. Sean's in chat.
Yeah, Sean's in chat. That's Sean.
That's totally confused me there. I'm thinking.
I don't even know where we are anymore.
Right.
I forgot to mention earlier, big thank you to Vapeheads because they just sponsored that competition. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Just to let you know, right, Gruff, Sean, Vapeheads is Matt and Marcus's shop. And Sean's, yeah.
I don't know the address of it. I know Big D's address.
Yeah. Don't give me your address, I'll be fucking stalking you, mate.
There's Sean there.
Here we go.
To be brutally honest, right, everyone in the world needs to follow suit with us. Because we have vape shops, 2 vape shops in hospitals.
E-cig wizard.
Well, I've said this every week as well, and it's clear that some vapors in America don't want to drop the nicotine level down to 20 milligrams or even anywhere near that. But
that's where the issue is.
I was saying the other week.
That's dual.
Yeah, I was saying the other week, 20 milligrams is plenty for anyone who wants to quit smoking. It works. It's proven it works. It's plenty. You know?
I mean, anything above 20 milligrams, right? Your body physically cannot absorb the nicotine that is being pushed into your system, which is why you start getting sick.
You're listening, Matt.
That's 30 or 40 milligrams, and I can a couple of pulls and I need to set it down.
This thing, these fucking pods in here are like, they're stupid. I can't remember what percent they are, but they're like 35, 40% or something like that. These Facto Haze things.
It was like that little guy at Expo. We were fucking walking around, and then this little guy come up to us, and he's like, "Do you want to test my stuff and all that?"
I'll be back in a second.
In the end I had to show this guy where his own stall was. He was so fucking lost.
We were saying to him the whole time, I'm like, mate, do you know where you're fucking going?
And then we got to the stall, and there was guys there, and I'm like, "Have you lost this child? Is it yours?" But
is this your little one?
Yeah, they were like, try this, and it was fucking 50 milligram stuff, and I was standing there like cold sweats, fucking the lot, man. I don't know.
Dr. Salt, right? I went to Expo and I went to the Dr. Salt stand, and they went, "Oh, try this flavour." So I tried it, and my head just went, boom.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, what nicotine strength was that? And he said 36. I went,
we have 36 milligrams in the shop, like unlimited do one, which is 36 milligrams.
And I have to literally stand there and hold the post.
Just like getting wavy.
I love it. I can vape that all day, and then I give it to my labourer. My labourer is he's 50-year-old man. He's called Dobby. He sounds a pound, but I gave it to him and have a puff on this, mate. And he's driving along. And he's like, he reckoned it was like doing fucking poppers.
It is.
It's a similar effect, isn't it?
The thing about it, I was on 3 milligram nicotine and at 36, I just went, whoa.
Yeah. Like, people at Expo need to be careful as well, because you got a lot of people who don't vape Nick. They do vape, but they don't vape Nick. Or
they pride themselves in stitching people up, don't they? We'll try this. Oh, it's only 50 milligrams.
Right. There's one stall I won't mention. There's a friend of mine, right? In May Expo, he said, "Oh, try this."
That was
bearing in mind it's Sibida, right? That's Vic says it, but it was 5,000 milligram strength. And he went, "Try that." So I had 2 puffs on it. I went in autopilot to go and find the missus. Just like,
he walked past me, like straight past me. You know.
I think Chris Empire mentioned that as well.
There was a stall. Was it October last year that had some questionable Sibida in it. It was like,
yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't just CBD. I think it might have had the real stuff in it as well.
No, but he said try this because I vape Sibida because I have a shoulder pain. Due to rugby.
That's wanking.
Definitely.
And that just knocked my socks off. I'm just like, whoa.
Big D just thanked us for his support. Big D's a guy who's doing things right. Yes, he's got a vape shop, so he wants to promote his shop. But he's come in, he's done some reviews, he's been really friendly and open with everyone. He's been, yeah.
It's a wonder he hasn't got a copyright strike yet.
Yeah. But he's doing things right. He's trying to get out there and be friendly with people and get to know everyone. And I like Danny. Yeah, he's good.
I was just laughing at the vape heads fucking politics going on in the chat. That's funny.
Gotta be a sock, mate. Fucking hell.
That's my daughter's favourite character out of Harry Potter.
Stuart, try it. CBD is a completely different thing. It's not really something you want to be trying unless you're in pain or it's
Well, you can't.
not like
you can't tell the health benefits.
Well, I'm not promoting the health benefits. I'm promoting the benefits of what it does for me.
Does it help you, Gruff?
Yes, it does, mate. It helps with my anxiety before I go to sleep. So it sort of just knocks me. I mean, I take a lot of meds before I go to bed, but sometimes I just can't settle. I have a couple of toots of that, and that'll be me sorted for the night.
This stuff, I use this as well. I mean, this stuff's really good.
So he's on 36 milligram nicotine, and he's banging 2,500 milligram CBD.
Fucking hell.
Nice, Matt.
That makes you
I wouldn't know what to do.
That makes you
Vic, Vic.
Vic. I was just trying to find a photo of Dobby so everybody can see what I mean.
Oh, Pud, if you're watching the show tomorrow, you have to watch from the beginning.
Which
your intro's in.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, your intro's on tomorrow, Pud. Do you even remember doing it?
On the intro.
Oh, great. More videos of me.
And then the next show is going to be Jules.
Oh, shit. I do remember doing it. I was really drunk. I was drinking the...
You were very drunk.
Yes, you were very drunk.
Oh, I was drinking the ethanol, wasn't I?
Yes. Because you came over and said, have that. And I was like, no, I don't drink, Pud. No, but you got to try it. It's like fucking rocket fuel.
Oh, that was Steve Delagar's fault. The guy said to Stevie, you can't drink it. And the first words out of his mouth was, "Want a bet?"
Hold my beer.
Dangerous.
Well, he was going around with bloody fucking full alcohol.
It was just hilarious because when I was watching Pud Puffs,
that fucking Everclear stuff.
Live video on YouTube. Him and Marcus are like going to the stand to go and get a beer, and he just goes like this with his bank card.
Mo said you have to make one of him.
Oh, the bank card was straight on the screen, wasn't it?
I will if he records himself.
Oh, bro, you got to do it. Send the video.
Send the video to me.
They're all done naked, Mo. So
I think we've got one of Vic as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got one of Vic.
And he lives by the sea, Mo, bro, didn't he? So he could do it like in the sea. That'd be fun.
Yeah, all right, Mo.
Has to
Come
be
on,
cold.
Mo, that's your challenge for this week for Mo Bros to go out and come up with a really interesting intro for the Vaping Misfits. It's got to be wacky.
I've already got an idea anyway. I've got some sheep that can go behind him.
It'll just be, I was going to say.
So when you record it, Mo, make sure you do it in front of a green screen.
With your wellies on so the sheep can't run off.
Sorry, Mo.
No, you put wellies on the sheep, don't you?
Thanks,
you
Jules.
put wellies on and then you put your sheep in the wellies, mate. They can't run away then.
Sorry, I finally found a photo of Dobby. Oh, bless him.
You love him, though, don't you?
Oh, mate, he's a lovely guy.
Is it free for all now?
Vaping Irish says the sheep behind Mo, bro, that'll be a nice change.
Mo, bro, come on, I don't live near any sheep. Is that because you're on the register, Mo?
He's not allowed within 100 yards of a sheep.
He's on a sheep register.
He's on the sheep protection register.
Yeah, he's on the heavy petting register.
They keep running off and shouting, "Mom!"
Right, back him
Hang on, Matt, you're the one that's also known as a goat. You want to be careful.
Mobro laughs like a sheep.
He does. There's a lot of
Right, Mobro is funny as hell.
Yeah, I love Mo, bro. He's class.
He's awesome. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the injunction says you can't, Mo. That was from Andy Summerfield.
It's like when I first seen Gaz at Expo in October. I thought I was tall, but fuck me, Gaz is tall. I'm like...
He is a fucking giant.
Sorry. It's all in the hat. It's a foot the hat's a foot high.
So when you take your hat off, you lose a foot.
Watch.
Morbro said they have a restraining order against me. They're saying the size of my weapon.
Weapon.
Yeah, and they said they wanted something that would touch the sides more.
I think we need to set up a profile for Morbro on Sheepton.
Jenny did a really good picture of him as well, with the hyena. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
Big
would look
D
up to
Vape,
Stuart.
Pud Puffs. I've got your exciting video of you going to the shop in your car was like police camera action. No idea.
Alright. So last Sunday after the accidental live, I was chatting to them in Zoom, and took them to the shop just to take them a little run with me.
Yeah, I watched that afterwards, and all I can hear was Pud Puff going, "I can do with some sausage."
No, what I did, so I was playing.
You got there, Matt. She's gorgeous.
Ruby. Oh,
yeah, Ruby.
I was playing about with Streamlabs, and I was trying to record something, but it was something that was going to be deleted immediately afterwards because I had just got off the couch. My hair was everywhere. I was fucking still in the Saturday night clothes that I'd fell asleep in, and when I tried to record, I went live. And the only reason I knew I was live was because someone popped up in chat, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Oops.
What did you do? Did you cut the live, or did you just pretend you hadn't noticed?
I did an hour, mate.
Awesome.
Just to make it look like it was really meant to happen, you did an hour.
I did an hour. I had like stains all down the front of my t-shirt, butt fat stains a lot.
I was outside of Morrison's while the missus was inside shopping. I'm watching him. I'm like, yeah, you can definitely tell he's
Do you think when? Yeah. Do you think
Was
when
this the
Pud
weekend?
started
Just when was this?
Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Last week. Oh God, I wish I'd seen this do to you Sunday.
Pud, did you think when you started your channel, thought, right, I'm gonna make it really professional, I'm gonna put out really high quality reviews, and then all of a sudden you're going live on a Sunday morning hungover?
What was that all about, Pud?
Never.
And now for the real Pud.
Yeah.
What was it?
What was all that about? You just accidentally went live. What were you trying to do?
I was playing about, trying to record something through Restream, not Streamlabs. Sorry, I was trying to record and play about with logos, moving it about. But I was trying to basically set up a live stream that was ready just to hit go, and accidentally hit go.
Bloody hell. Fair play.
Did you get them butterflies in your stomach when you noticed?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
When the balls go up here.
Just a question.
Cup in your balls.
Oh no.
Did anyone close to you or your subscribers or
They're nice and hairy.
make your breakfast?
No, I had to go and get my own breakfast, and because I did the live stream, by the time I got to the breakfast place, they'd stopped serving breakfast because I did that hour. So I didn't even.
Ooh, Harry's hairy helmet. Woo!
I just noticed Gruff and Grizzly. It might just be me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I've noticed during the show. I don't know whether it's maybe anxiety is a planet, but as the show's gone on, your ticks have gone down quite a lot. Is that just where you're getting comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it is when you know, like I don't even realize that there's people watching us, so that doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
This is like sitting in a room talking to to blokes. Now, obviously, I do know you guys from expos and stuff, but but yeah, you're right. The more you're with someone, the more comfortable you get. The less you'll notice our ticks. I mean, we are still ticking and stuff. You're just not really noticing it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You know the only time they don't tick?
They sleep.
No. It's when they concentrate.
No, we tick when we're asleep.
No, I tick when I'm asleep. I tick myself awake.
Oh, no.
Sean, when he sings and stuff, he doesn't tick.
So it's just if you're focusing on something.
It's literally being able to get your head engaged in something where everything. See, for me, it's playing guitar and driving. I don't tick at all. It's because everything's being all engaged at once at that point. I suppose is what it is.
See, it's funny though because I tick when I drive.
You're a skip.
Yeah. What county do you live in?
North of England.
Tell you, it's like county bingo.
Everyone in
County
chat,
don't
please
drive
vote.
on the
County
roads.
bingo.
Yeah,
If you
county.
if you see someone hanging out the window like fucking Ace Ventura shouting "Me like a glove," you know where you're in the wrong place.
I'm just asking so he knows not to drive there.
He has a tick, right? When he first done it, he was on video chat with us.
I can't.
He does that. I can't see, but he can because he can see underneath his arm. But when the angle we were at, like on his phone and hands free, he's just like, "Oh, I can't see." I'm like, "John."
I can see though.
So how did you? Was it a struggle then to pass your driving test?
No, I passed first time.
I didn't take on my driving test.
But I suppose, like you say, concentrating fully, trying to pass the test. Yeah.
I was shaking like a shitting dog.
I was nervous because I was busy. I growled at the guy that I told him. I mean, I called him a cunt. I think about 4 times. You know,
He probably was one though.
Well, he was. To be fair, he was a big fat guy.
I know you say you lie a lot, but sometimes you tell the truth.
When Tourette's people as well that can't lie.
No.
What? Because it comes out in a tick.
We can't now. It's physically impossible for me to keep a secret.
Just can't hold it in. I get it. Yeah.
That's why I don't tell them anything to keep a secret.
Like the invention of lying.
Absolutely, mate.
A liar. The pen is blue.
Pen is blue.
when I was a kid, I would lie and then straight after.
The colour of the pen I'm holding in my hand is.
Yeah, because like when I was a kid, if I'd lie, I'd tick straight afterwards. I'm lying.
Yeah.
So I just don't try now. It's not worth it.
Funny when police go past.
What, when I shout, "I've got bombs, drugs, please arrest me"?
Yeah, that must be difficult.
Does it get you into? Have you ever been into any trouble?
Yeah.
Apart from at airports, which you explained earlier, but like...
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been.
He walks past policemen shouting, "I've got a gun in my pocket."
I've been stopped and searched in the streets. I've been.
A couple of weeks ago, right, the armed response were at a house over the road from him, right? He went in the door. He went outside, right, and shouting, "The gun's under my stairs."
So I had like 3 big armed policemen just turn around and go, "Right, where do you live then?" Fuck.
So do you have days like you say about living with Tourette's? You have days where like you can see a scenario taking place and you're like, "Oh no, this is gonna trigger me. Like this is gonna." Oh man.
With Matt, he has a gremlin in his brain, and that gremlin has chucked him down the stairs a fair few times.
I've broken bones. I mean, I think I've got one more trip to the fracture clinic and I get 2 free hips. It's that fucking bad. You know what I mean?
I'll hook you up.
He's the silly stumps.
Yeah, my frequent flyer miles will get me around the world, mate.
Also as well, sorry to interrupt, Matt. I've been on video call with him and he's walked past people and he's ticked and someone turned around and said, what did you say? And squared up to him.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you 2 were with me on that Sunday. Remember that Sunday where I did that big sniff of that pretty woman that walked past? That bloke nearly wanted to rip my fucking head off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And also as well, Matt is the only person that has actually felt a vape model's boob and walked off with it.
What, the boob?
He didn't know. He didn't actually
walk off with the boob.
Didn't take a boob away with me. Let me just reiterate. I haven't got a drawer full of boobs at home. Okay?
Yeah.
Off with it. I just got a vision of him just removing the boob and fucking off.
No, what he did,
like
is, you know, Vape Airwaves when they were at Expo.
Yeah.
Matt walked up to the vape model, went boop, and walked off.
They were the ones in the lycra skin tight jumpsuits.
Yeah.
I must admit, it was quite a nice handful I grabbed too.
Nothing to do with planes.
No.
But he's walking off going, "Sorry, I've got threats."
Can I just have another quick one though?
Can I try that? Wait, I'm a bit unbalanced now.
It's always eventful. If you ever walk around Expo with him, it's eventful.
How close do you guys live together then? Do you how far away do you live?
Right,
I can walk.
walk.
Me and Gruff are literally a 3-minute drive.
Yeah, I can see the pub.
And me and Sean and Gruff are 15-20-minute drive.
Oh, so you're local, right?
Yeah. I mean, we talk to each other literally, like you've heard us say, almost every day we talk.
Lethal.
It's
Right.
important, you know. That's the one thing I will say for guys is it's important to have a couple of mates that you can actually talk to.
I'm just waiting for Lethal to come up with the comment.
All right, Lethal, I didn't see him pop in then.
Lethal's been
A
on
comment.
He'll
Yes.
have you dripped.
Lethal will say a comment by just saying tuna.
Tuna tits on toast.
Tuna tits on toast with ham and cheese.
No, not ham and cheese and tuna, mate. What's
Nah,
wrong with
go.
you?
Very good. That's not a nice fucking mix, that.
I don't know.
Have you ever tasted the tits of a tuna, though?
I can't see that.
Exactly.
Well, it's 'cause they're
Exactly.
so
How
well-
the fuck do you know?
They're so nice that nobody can get a taste of them, mate.
Pud, what was that pizza like?
That pizza was actually really nice.
Pizza?
Yeah. So the most Scottish thing ever. I bought
Deep
a haggis
fried pizza.
No,
Oh,
I bought a haggis pizza this morning. Or was it last night? And you actually got a free pack of Iron Brew with it as well.
Fuck off, really?
Made with girders.
Sorry. I love haggis and I love Iron Brew. But every time I used to go to Scotland, I always had to go into a chippy and buy, what is it called? It's a fried box, I think.
Hello, buddy.
Right.
Not bad.
A Nosh box or a
Munchie box.
The munchie box,
that's the
yeah.
one.
I'm a fucking shark.
Love a Munchie box.
Yeah, CJ, Josh.
Josh, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, I agree, Stuart. Deep fried pizza. What the actual why?
Deep fried pizza's
Deep
amazing.
fried pizza.
It's nasty, dude.
No,
They'll deep fry anything, won't they?
Why would you deep
Man.
fry it?
It is fucking awesome. You put it in batter and then just deep fry it.
No.
Marcus used to work in a fish and chip shop and he used to fucking deep fry all sorts of shit.
I can't say much. I used to go to my local chippy and ask for a battered Snickers, battered Mars bar, and a battered crab.
I used
Apparently
to
the best, the nicest is it?
by far the best thing to deep fry was a Milky Way.
Nah, Ferrero Rocher.
Didn't he
Cream
deep fry a
egg.
donut as well?
Cream egg. Oh, God, cream
Deep
egg.
fried chocolate orange. Jesus Christ.
Deep fried cream egg is amazing.
Yeah, no, he reckons that
Haggis
Ferrero
is
Rocher is the
gorgeous
best.
Irish.
See, Pud sent us a picture of this haggis pizza at about was it what, 12:30, 1 o'clock last night, and I was like, oh, I really want to cook a pizza now.
Not haggis.
I'm just probably sitting there thinking I fucking hate pizza.
I'm thinking I love pizza and I like deep fried things, but not
I
together.
do all the time because when I work in security, I work on the van, and usually when I'm sitting about and I'll go somewhere, I'll go to McDonald's and.
You know, Twinkies,
they're
Lethal,
like-
those are a food group in their own, aren't they? They just fucking survive anything, I think. Twinkies.
They always put Twinkies in like the apocalypse films, don't they? Like because they just don't fucking ever expire.
Yeah, like
it's like that Simpsons episode, isn't it, where the zombies are out and they go, right, we're out of food. Oh, there's a Twinkie warehouse down there.
yeah, it's Zombieland, isn't it?
Yeah, Zombieland has it in it as well. Family Guy, Zombieland.
Deep fried curly whirly. I'd love to try that.
Wow.
I think that'd be
What's
epic.
it
I think
again?
Bill's just about to get me to
It'd
say
be like crispy beef, wouldn't it?
I think I'd like my heart. I like my arteries. I'll just keep my arteries, thanks.
Bill was just trying to get a Scottish person to say curly whirly there, that's all that is.
Curly whirly.
Shut
Wait there. Emily Blue is asking Baby Shark.
Yeah, I'm a fucking shark. That's what they're on about. They're on about. I'm a shark.
I'm thinking, what?
Josh, did you have a night off tonight then, or were you working?
Working tonight. I've finished about 8. Started at 12. Started about 11-ish.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
Not
There
too
you go,
bad.
there's the man to see. Domino's.
That's what I'm saying. Josh is probably sitting there thinking, fuck all this pizza chat.
Why are you talking about pizza when I've just done a shift? Yeah.
Just had 9 hours of fucking...
Only just took my uniform off.
You have to have a uniform.
Eh?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, you wear a uniform.
I'm actually still in my uniform apart from my t-shirt.
I do that on a Saturday night. If I rush home to get back for the show from work, I've got all my work clothes on except the t-shirt. I just change it.
I'm in my
I still
uniform.
haven't had my tea yet.
There we go, Thomas.
There it is. Do you have to wear a hat as well, CJ?
Eh?
Do you have to wear the hat?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want a hat.
We need to
They
do.
call it Domino's, but there's only one domino on that t-shirt.
It's so cheap.
I noticed that actually. That's something that's always done my head in about that. They say Domino's and there's only one domino on the pizza box.
Fucking thank you very much.
I didn't
Pizza
pay that
shops
much
are logo.
attention.
Right, I mean, it's
The
another
logo.
thing. The Americans, right, they call them apartments, but they're all together.
If you look at the logos, that does actually look like two Dominoes side by side.
Cheers, Salford.
Yeah, but that's one domino.
it's one domino.
It is one domino. It is one domino, but
If you look at the domino,
No, you've lost me there, Josh.
It's
No.
got two numbers either side with a line in the middle.
Yeah, that's one domino.
I think Josh is just defending the company in case there was.
Or is it a domino?
employed by them.
Oh, we're being dominist.
Dominatrix.
Oh, do Domino's deliver here?
The thing about it, takeaways over here need to do what they do in the States. If they don't get to your door within a certain time, yeah, it's free.
My local kebab shop does that. If it's
You
not-
wouldn't believe how many people try that.
That's why you should always...
Hang on a minute. We live in the north of England, mate. They'd fucking set fire to bins and shit just to stop them from getting there on
I'm
time.
sucking the shit out of us.
That's why you should always order from takeaways 50
I'm
miles
in a
away.
house.
Oh, they don't deliver. Motherfuckers.
You try to get a Domino's delivered now?
Yeah, they don't deliver here.
What Domino's deliver everywhere?
No, where I am as well, like, I'm 30-minute drive from like a Domino's or a McDonald's or anything. We can't get anything delivered here. It's all.
Can I give you a suggestion? Move.
Where I live, it is literally like a 5-minute drive to, I'd say, 6 different McDonald's.
And every one of them has a roundabout outside it, doesn't it? You're in Milton.
From where I live, I literally have 24-hour Asda, McDonald's, Burger King, Domino's, KFC.
Right, the savage thing is, I won't show the location, but I've just put the closest Domino's to my house in Google Maps, right? And it's 3.6 miles, and they won't fucking deliver.
Well, that's poor.
Saint, he said it's Domino's because there's one on the shirt and one on the hat. See, CJ, I will defend you better than...
Oh, there you go.
Actually, Chris, they'll bring you a replacement pizza if yours is messed up too. If it squishes to one side of the box, they'll bring you a second pizza free.
Nice.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
I bet
As
the
soon as he
Domino's-
goes, I'm going to open it and go.
Yeah.
Like that.
My nearest
Okay.
The
Domino's.
fucking status.
My nearest Domino's is 32.7 miles away.
You're not missing much.
3.6 miles, and they won't fucking deliver. We had what was it? KFC delivered to the shop the other day. We had like the 14-piece bonus banquet delivered.
Your KFC delivers.
Yeah.
the
Like, on Just Eat or something like that.
Yeah.
The worst thing about it, the KFC is about 350 yards down the road.
You lazy git.
Yeah, we were in the shop though, weren't we? And we did it, and we got what was it, 14-piece bonus banquet, and they forgot the fucking dip tray. You know, you get little
Yeah.
pricks.
That's all right. It's even worse when you got to fucking drive to KFC and they run out of chicken, mate.
You do know McDonald's deliver as well.
What?
The McDonald's deliver as well, but it's actually quicker to walk to McDonald's and
Does
get
that
it
actually
delivered.
happen to you, Matt?
True
What?
story, mate. We went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and the guy went, sorry, we can only give you corn and gravy. We've run out of chicken.
It was about a year ago, wasn't it, or something like that? Remember?
There was a big thing with it, yeah.
Lots of them ran out of chicken. There was some distro issue, and they couldn't get chicken into KFC.
Yeah, that's right. They all ran out.
Wasn't it to do with, what was the fucking delivery firm called?
DHL.
Yeah, was I?
That's it. They changed couriers or something, didn't they? And it all fucked up.
No, DHL fucked it up.
Oh, was it?
I think it was something to do with, do you know the air-conditioned vans? It was something to do with them.
Oh, motherfuckers. People suffered for like 2-3 weeks for that.
Suffered.
Well, I wouldn't say
Lived
suffered.
with
I went to
They
Tesco's,
lived with
mate.
it.
Yeah, that wasn't a suffering. They lived without chicken for 2 weeks. Let's put it like that.
Sounds like the plague or fucking rabies or something.
I love fucking fast food. I have like McDonald's every day, basically. The other day I was at work and I went into McDonald's at about 10 to 11 and I sat down, had a double sausage and egg McMuffin with me coffee, and then I got up at 11 and then ordered a big tasty with a double cheeseburger chaser.
I can't believe how much you eat, Matt. Like, you tell us all the time.
Yeah, that was it. DHL didn't put the fridges on.
Made all the chicken up,
bad.
Oh, I took my chances.
Yeah.
I bet someone seriously got pulled in the office over that.
So you think
Can you
people-
imagine it?
People were suffering with KFC DD, like KFC
Living with.
deficiency disorder.
Yeah, but you dip your burger into your coffee and all that kind of shit. That's
Who dips
Nice.
burgers in coffee?
I do all sorts of shit like that.
You're a
My daughter
weirdo.
dips McDonald's fries in her ice cream.
oh.
That's
See,
alright.
I've seen that done before.
My daughter does that.
Man, look, this is nice.
I fucking love Mackie D's. Mackie D's as well. Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah, how
Does it-
Kev? Yeah, I'm
I don't
trying-
like the
I'm-
fact that when you go like that and it just goes.
It's like your busted balloon, isn't it?
It is, honest to God.
My favourite, if you ask, you have to ask for it. It's not on the menu, but you can get double cheeseburgers with Big Mac sauce in them. Mind blown. Best thing you can get from a fucking-
If you want to get your mind blown,
It's
if
a
you want to
big
get your mind blown, mate, go in and ask for a land, sea, and air.
What the fuck's that?
A land, sea, and air. It's a burger patty, a fish patty, and a chicken patty on a bun.
I wouldn't have the fish. That's my only problem.
I have
to
never
have
witnessed anyone.
Oh
lamb in
my
it.
god.
So what fascinated me at Expo was
You've
when-
absolutely ruined me. I'm going to have to go there tomorrow.
It's on the secret menu.
A land, sea, and air.
Ask for a land, sea, and air, mate.
please.
McDonald's will do anything. If you buy,
I'll
if
tell
you
you
buy
now,
40
right?
nuggets, they'll put them in your burger for you. They'll do fucking anything you want as long as you
If
pay.
I
them.
go in and ask for a land, sea, and air, and they look at me like I've got 3 heads, you're making me one.
Mate, I'll drive you. I'll come with you to McDonald's and buy the fucking burgers, and we'll make you one there on the fucking spot.
Andy says you eat them and then you're hungry again half an hour later. It's because
That's the best thing about McDonald's. Then you can eat more.
See, Irish Vaping Irish has actually said they do one over here called the lands. They have the land, sea, and air here in the States as well. Lethal, sorry.
Yeah, lethal. Yeah.
Irish, why is everyone competing about how close to them and how many takeaways there are? Because there's a direct collaboration with the amount of takeaways in your area and your penis size, I believe. So.
But think about it.
Well, thank God. Well, I haven't got a penis or any takeaways.
Us Northerners are just.
I've got loads of takeaways and a little dick.
That's why you got a little dick, because you eat too many takeaways.
Oh, is it like a comparison thing? Compared to the size of the body and all that.
You know that Father Ted?
Buried, that's all. It's just buried a bit.
You know the Father Ted skit? Little, far away. Little.
Massive wazzock.
Timmy, there is a secret menu. Yep.
Yeah, there is, Timmy.
There's also
Yes,
a secret.
But you have to ask for the secret menu.
I didn't realise it was a thing, but when we were at Expo, we went to McDonald's and Matt sat down with his food and he sat down, and I sat down with mine. And I always get a cheeseburger with my meal. And he's like, "Oh, you got a chaser?" I went, "Chaser? Is that it's a thing then?"
Yes,
That's amazing.
It is a thing. I get a big tasty with
a
bacon.
cheeseburger chaser.
Cheeseburger
with,
chaser.
with a double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Chaser.
I mean, I sit there and wonder how the fuck he puts it all in him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And that's
Oh, you can't just stop with a big tasty. You got to have fucking cheese melts. You got the lot. You got to have the work.
You know what? We've just got Burger King down here. I've only just got it.
just got Burger King.
George,
That's
if
not
I-
big.
if I- if I
Welcome
got
to
a
the
Burger-
20th
Wow.
century.
Yeah,
got Burger
yeah, I
King,
know.
I
We're
always
so
get
far
the-
behind it.
I don't like Burger Kings. I don't like brioche buns.
I always get the big Whopper with the chips, and then I have to get the chili cheesy bites. Then I have to get a milkshake.
Do
with the
you
drink.
find that the burgers at Burger King are more filling than the burgers at McDonald's?
Yeah.
It's
Because-
always an XL bacon double cheeseburger meal. Make it super with extra bacon.
But the thing is,
Since we're on the subject, has anyone actually tried the spicy chicken nuggets?
No,
Yes.
yeah.
They're about as
McDonald's?
spicy as milk.
Yeah,
not
honestly,
even
I took him back and went, "Is that spicy?" There's no spice in them at all.
Was that a little slide dig at Pud Puff there?
Everyone in chat, who's hungry?
I've had some spicy milk.
Who's hungry in chat now? I'm starving.
yeah, I know. Mate, I'm actually gutted that that Domino's don't fucking deliver here.
Everyone's got a Tony Macaroni effect. Fucking hell. Going up in the world. And
The thing that pisses me off, I like Burger King and I like McDonald's, but Burger King pisses me off because in service stations, in like on the motorways,
they're always expensive.
Burger King's are always expensive, whereas McDonald's is the same price right across the board. It don't matter where.
Well, you're right there. You're right there.
And you can end up spending like 13 quid on a king size burger and chips and drink. Whereas McDonald's, you can feed a small family. For
That's why I like going to Expo and I go to Subway.
Yeah, because that's really cheap there, isn't it, in the Expo Subway?
If you think that's
No, it's
expensive,
not.
you should
It's
see how
expensive.
expensive it is in Disney World, Florida.
Fucking hell.
Fucking
Subway,
fortune.
the Subway in Expo is expensive, but when you go often enough when you're at work, you collect all the points. So I actually went to Expo on the Sunday and bought me, Sean, and Matt all Subway just off my points.
Fucking hell. They end up owing you money, like.
No, I've still got points left.
Talking about expensive though, I think I've mentioned this before. Do you know how much it costs for a tray of dough for Domino's to order in to make the pizza?
Buy the big fucking bulk.
Pence.
30 pence.
50p.
50p, and then they charge fucking 20 quid a pizza.
Yeah, and then they charge like 18 quid a pizza.
Sorry, the only thing
Two for Tuesdays.
The only thing I like from Domino's is the fucking cookies.
I love the pizza sauce.
Oh my god.
Pizza sauce, all of it from Domino's. Fucking even the little fucking chicken bits they start doing now. Oh, lovely. Right.
Is that sign language?
I get so excited.
I think Matt's having a food gasm over there.
little chicken. You know, you get little boxes of chicken. Lovely.
Gemma says,
I look like Adam Sandler. Really? Really?
Well,
you gotta say,
what a boy.
Chris,
say that's some quality H2O. Why didn't you just go? Why didn't you go? That's some quality H2O.
Oh man.
What am I?
Just to go back there, Big D has suggested that Vic starts a new cooking and singing channel. Just imagine him there singing away with a little penny on and nothing else.
Well, Sean and I are gonna do a side show, aren't we, Sean? Making biscuits with the Vaping Misfits.
Nice.
That was a tick.
It was, wasn't it? It came out of my mouth.
It's alright. Going to Expo in October, when we were pulled over at the Weatherby service station, and the first thing these two went, "Big black cocks."
Yeah.
The amount of looks I get when I walk, because the thing is I can't help myself. I walk into a men's toilet and show us your dick.
That's village.
He did it in the village. He did it in the village.
Village didn't know what to fucking do with himself, did he? He was like, ooh.
Do you have a good success rate when you shout that? Or?
No, I can't. I strike out more than I actually
only
do.
with me.
I can't say I brought anyone cute home recently either, so it's not worked.
I'm a shark.
Jenny,
I think we're about to wrap it up. Actually, I think we're.
Yeah, should we start? Should we start the proceedings? Yeah. We're only slightly over, but it doesn't matter.
Jesus, 2 hours 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we always run over.
Time flies when you're having rum.
Wow.
I sort of thanks you guys for coming on. It's been an honour to have you on, and sacrifice your show, your Saturday evening to come on and not just build the awareness, but I've been educated by this. So thank you guys. Personally, I appreciate it. It's been really good to listen to what you're trying to do and the struggles you deal with. So. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone in chat. I'm sorry, some people in chat have been ignored, but not I think we've all read most of it, but we're just talking about stuff's been really good. So thanks very much, guys, and you're welcome on any time. So come and join us when you want.
Well, you may regret that.
No, absolutely not. No, because I haven't I'll be honest with you guys. I've never even really been around anyone with Tourette's. Very rarely speak to people about mental health. Like I say, only really when I've heard someone go, "Oh, well, I'm suffering with this, I'm suffering with that," and sometimes I'll hold my hands up. I'll be like, "Well, I don't know if they're being legit or not." So it's been nice to.
No, it's really you're just like I can't be.
Go away.
Another one. Fuck, here we go again.
I've got my own problems.
That's the thing, though, innit? You never know. You're never ever going to know if that's the truth.
Yeah.
And the only way at the end of the day, you could do a really bad thing by saying, well, whatever.
Yeah. And last thing was actually, we have really missed Marcus tonight, so it's not been the same without him. So I hope he's doing all right.
That's him. He'll be all right. Blend in, won't it?
Yeah. Matt, you want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. It's been fucking emotional. No, really, it's been a really, really good show. I've really enjoyed it. To be sat here in awe, really. Thank you for everybody in chat. It's been really. I know we haven't talked to you guys a lot, but you've been really fucking engaging, and a lot of you have put some really good points across. And yes, it's been very fucking educational and interesting.
And that's all we have to do.
And then.
Thank you for jumping in at the end there, my man.
Where's my card, dude? Woo!
And thank you very much. I'll pass it over to Gruff. Matt, if you want to say goodbyes.
I'm going to say what I say every show. It's just, just because you live with it, it doesn't complete you. And just because you've got it, it doesn't beat you. Just remember that. Try and be kind to each other, because like I said it earlier, I'll say it again. You never know what a beautiful heart, what a beautiful smile is hiding. You know, I really want to thank you guys so much for bringing us onto the show. It's been an honor. I really like your show. Unfortunately, I only get to watch it on replay because I'm busy doing my own show.
Which you have ransacked.
#Unity.
Hey, this is a salt-free zone.
for anybody, all you guys on this show, the Saturday Night Vape-Away, come and see us on replay, or come and catch up with us. You know, we're always around for a chat. Basically, we just want you guys to, to really thrive instead of just survive. And I'll hand it over to Grizz.
I'm going to say what I always say. Bye.
Perfect.
No, I'm only
short and sweet.
Thanks for having us on. Anyway. Thanks for having us on, and like I say, thanks to chat. I've seen a few bits and bobs, but I haven't really been able to interact. But by all means, come over, watch the show. Come over, watch the show, and we've also got a Facebook group. If you want to join there, then there's always people around with an ear to listen.
We have people in basements. We don't.
Yeah. He does.
I do. I've told you. We're supposed to be talking about that.
But yeah, I'm Grizz. See you later.
Chris.
I always follow it as the True Vapor. But yeah, exactly what these guys have said. The only reason we do the show is to make it a safe space for everyone. But be kind to people. I've started doing that in all my videos, because you don't know, one day you'll be walking past someone and they look like they're going to jump. So if you can talk them down, or if you just ask if people are okay, it'll make the day and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't watched our show, head over to my channel. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'll be very grateful if you do. If you don't, that's fine. And we're on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
Just go and sub people. Don't mess about.
Andy, the people in the basement section of the Facebook group is members only. You have to go through a whole sort of questioning section before we'll even let you in the basement, mate. Sorry.
It's some dark web stuff.
But yeah, there is a Facebook group where we do post pictures and of just like little segments of quotes and stuff to light up people's days and stuff.
You know, things to get you through the day, mental health checks,
well-being stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that people doesn't really want to talk about.
But yeah, that's me. So thank you guys. Thank you for having us on the show. To be honest,
no, it's been really
great.
Good,
it's been brilliant.
You can tell, it's been a good show because it's just the conversation it's just flowed and everybody's just been. I don't know. It's kind of blown my mind a little bit. It's been a really good show. It's really good. No,
and I'll pass it to Pud Puff.
Cheers. But yeah, just like everyone else has said, chat. We've been kind of not able to read much tonight because it's been an education kind of thing. You know, we've always had chat, and it's been really interesting listening to you guys. And it's good that you're open to us asking questions.
I'm a Somalian pirate.
But yeah, it's really nice that we're able to ask you questions, and you're not. You know, it's not an offensive thing. It's generally you guys are just raising awareness by letting us do that. And
thank you.
The show every week that you guys are doing. You've seen in our chat there that the amount of people that's jumped in our chat, obviously from the show, just to say thanks to you guys that you're helping them out every week. That's a fucking pretty amazing thing that you guys are doing right there. So yeah, as everyone said before, the channel links there. You guys can have a wee look. But yeah, this has been absolutely really, really good show I think tonight. Josh, you don't get a real goodbye because you just jumped in, but it's been nice to
you just wave, Josh. That's all you get to do, mate.
Thanks for jumping in, CJ, buddy.
Always good to see you. But yeah, I really enjoyed tonight, and I would really hope to do it again sometime. Actually,
anytime, mate. You're welcome.
We'll need to return the favour to you guys as well.
But Pud Puff, we are going to get you on our show because you are a health official.
Yeah,
Right.
cheers. So I'm going to pass it back to Gaz with a wow.
Wow.
It's become a thing, hasn't it?
Wow.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for the support. You know, we really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. So I'll leave it
Oh,
at
wait.
that.
Spanners as well. Thank you very much to all the spanners.
Yes, great job, everyone.
Dainty, Mo, Jules as well, spamming out links. Love you all lots and lots. Thank you very much, guys.
Can you do the hairy fairy, guys? Wow!
Wow.
Vape on,
I'm a
Fred.
hairy fairy. Ooh.
Wow.
Don't set him off, Chris.
We do fucking miss fucking Marcus.
Oh, we do.
We do.
We do.
Wow.
He'll be back.